morning is bam, we're live. I wonder if that information we got this morning is public.
Can we ask?
I did ask on the thread. Hey guys, good morning.
No, I mean, can we ask
Oh,
the person?
oh, no. Look at the thread. We can't ask, not yet. Hey, good to see you. I'm starting to get used to your haircut. Last night when I was watching the show with Pedro, I would go back and forth between thinking it was short or you had just shitloads of gel in it and it was long and slicked back. You know what I mean? Like I was like with my eyes.
So JR, when I was down there, is like, you wear hats? And I go, I do when my hair's short.
Oh, did you cut your hair just so you could wear a hat?
No, I cut my hair because I wanted Alexis to microneedle it.
Your dome?
Yeah, so she has this device that stabs a bunch of little holes in your head.
Why would you do that?
Because my hair was thinning.
Oh, and that helps?
Yeah. Supposedly one of the biggest things that help out. Hey, he's here.
Dude, you look like a cancer victim. What's going on with your hair, Hiller?
Dude, I got cancer.
What's going on?
Dude, I got cancer, man.
Your audio is crisp, Hunter.
That's right, dude. I spend the big bucks.
Your audio is crisp.
Why did you gut your hair, bro? What happened? You got this is exactly. Have you ever heard of that book called Self-Made Man, where the chick transitions into a dude and then talks about how hard it is to be a dude, and then she transitions back to being a woman?
Shut up.
You basically are that person right now.
What book is that? What book is that?
Self-Made Man. It's actually pretty sad. I'm actually paraphrasing it because I haven't read it. Supposedly she came back and said like how incredibly hard it was to be a man and how brutal women were to her as a man, like under the pretense that she was a man. And that's what's happened to Hiller. Like he got on testosterone and felt the superpowers of being a fucking Superman. And then he got off it, freaked the fuck out, shaved his head. And now
I actually did shave my head because of it though.
And now you're going back to.
Oh, so you're keeping up. Okay. Hunter's keeping up. He knows I'm off and on.
I consider you guys to be my friends. Like I may not like and comment on all your shit, but I still stay on tabs.
By the way, Hiller is back on the sauce. I was actually thinking this morning, the code for California peptides is working. capeptides.com. The code is working.
You can just buy the peptides off the site without having to have any any work done to you. Like I could just go in there and buy them.
Dude, I've been dabbling.
You're on the peps now?
I don't know if I'm on them, but I did a bunch of this BPC 157 and I did a bunch of the one that's supposed to increase your human growth hormone.
CJC 1295.
And I gifted 3 bottles to people around me to make sure I wasn't making it up, that I felt the effects. And everyone's like, holy shit, can I get more?
This is why it's so easy to cheat in CrossFit, because you can literally just go on websites and buy off it like it's Amazon.
Or you could drink my urine.
Yeah, dude. What is
it?
You
should add to that
old Armenian pea pots. Yeah. They can't test for peptides. I think peptides, I don't know if you can do it through, they're not doing blood tests. It's just piss tests.
Well, no, the thing is you have to inject them daily because the half-life's so short that they're out in, 48 hours.
Yeah,
is that true?
Anybody who's smart.
Yes, I know that.
Smart. Well, yeah, this would be considered a water-based. It's not oil-based.
That's why you do it sub-Q.
Hunter, if you were injured and you knew it was illegal to take peptides, but you knew they got out of your system in 2 months, would you do it? Like you had a foot injury, like mine was a bicep injury, and I started injecting into my bicep.
I am at the point where in my career, like I don't really have anything else to gain. Like I've won everything. So I have everything to lose. But if I was in a position where I was like just starting my career off, like 25-year-old Hunter had like a debilitating knee injury, 100%.
Just fuck it. Who cares? Just be prepared. Just be like, and if I get caught, I get caught. Who cares?
But at this point, like I don't want to have anything that taints my record. So fuck it. Like,
what did you say about your taint?
Like, yeah. But I'm in the position where, like, if I got injured right now, I just wouldn't come back. I'd be like, guys, like, what do you want me to do? Like, take a 2-year mend period and then come back? Like, there's nothing to be gained.
Anyway, I highly I haven't heard one bad thing about peptides. Nothing. Not from a doctor, not from anyone who's taken them. It's like been just straight fucking positive.
Dude, if you go back like 6-7 years ago when Charles Poliquin was on Tim Ferriss' podcast, he's talking about peptides. He's like, so what are the things you would take? He goes, everybody's like, you guys aren't thinking about what's really the best thing on the market right now. And it's like barely understood, which is peptides. Like peptides, the people who are the best in exercise science and performance have been using peptides for decades. But now, you know, the black market's always willing to do things a lot faster than the governing bodies. So you guys are just finally getting a hold of stuff that people have probably been taking for way too long.
It is a gray area, right? I was looking at the
humble one,
USADA or UWADA or whatever website, trying to figure out why peptides are illegal. I guess they made them illegal in 2022. Not illegal, but against the rules.
BPC in 2021.
They honestly probably made it illegal because they just don't have the knowledge and the opportunity to do extensive research to find out what's really going on. So
they just say they don't know. That's the reason, justification. It will
cost them so much money. I mean, they can't cure. I mean, they probably could cure cancer, but they can't cure cancer.
When you say illegal, do you mean in sport or in federal? Like
no,
it's in sport.
By illegal?
In sport is what I meant. Yeah.
No, they're illegal in sport because they don't want everyone using them.
I know, but they don't have the knowledge to really. I mean, there's probably certain kind of peptides that should be considered legal, and then there's certain kind of peptides that should be considered illegal.
Well, here's the thing: if you take peptides and they work and they are legal, and you're competing against Sevan, he has to take them now all of a sudden, and they don't want to do that. That's the idea.
I know. But I'm talking about categorically. It's like you taking what are those shots you take when you have like joint pain? It's like a steroid shot. Why can I not come up with it?
Cortisone.
Like, so if you took like a cortisone shot, like you can take that out of season, then you could take another kind of steroid shot, which is hormone based in the sense of muscular and anabolic growth rather than anti-inflammation growth. So, you know, if they could take peptides and kind of put a line down the middle and have some that are more for like health based rather than performance based, it probably would help a lot of people.
The reason they give on their websites, Hiller, is that they just haven't done enough studies to know the effects. They don't even say it helps you or it doesn't help you. They don't say that they want everyone taking it. Are you just saying that that's your assessment of it? They don't want one person taking it and getting an advantage?
I think that's generally the assessment of most performance enhancers in sport. Is that let's just say that there are no negative side effects, which whether or not they do the studies on them, but testosterone is one where you're playing with fire when people are stupid. And if Hunter takes it and you don't, he's got a competitive advantage.
It's so funny. I'm literally with my I was with my family yesterday, and you know, these are all non-athletes, and they're just like, Hunter, you look so fit. Everyone's like, let's get on steroids. Let's start taking testosterone right now and get super buff. And then they sat there for a second, and they're like, so what happens if you start taking it and you don't, and then you stop taking it? The people in the common world,
Hunter.
they don't know anything about this stuff. Like when you get on all this stuff, I don't know about peptides, but once you get on this stuff, if you get off of it, there's ramifications. Like what was the pendulum swing back when you got off of it?
I got so tired. That's probably the biggest thing. Every day around 1 o'clock.
Tired than you were before you got on it?
Oh my God.
Did your nipples get really soft and kind of milky?
No, they're fine. Nipples are fine. And like, that's something that does happen with people, but like the physique is okay. I lost a bunch of weight. I went from.
Now, did you start training more, or did your tits just get more shapely because you had more hormones going through your system? Because you didn't have tits like this before.
They got more. I used to be obsessed with the bench press. I benched 300 at 140 in high school body weight, which I thought was huge. But my chest never looked it until I started taking steroids.
But so your tits got better just from taking the hormones.
Yeah, way bigger.
You know what's weird? I've got amazing tits. My tits just keep on getting better over time. I got 295 the other day.
I hit 300. Bench 300. I thought you could.
You're wide, Hunter. You have broad, wide titties.
Yeah, but nice wide titties. I benched 315 a couple years ago, but I was way bigger. And now at this size, it was a PR for me at 295 on bench.
Let me say this: 3.5 months ago or 4 months ago, whenever I took the CJC 1295, the one that's supposed to help your human growth hormone, I took the bottle over 20 days. I felt great. People started complimenting my skin. My body felt like great. Like I turned the dial back like 5 years. I never took any more, and I still feel like I feel great. I just
that's
went
the difference between a peptide and a steroid. That's why they're great, because you won't have the bounce back that Hunter was talking about.
I was really curious about this. How many people do you have watching this live right now? Like, how many people are tuning in for Thanksgiving?
140 right now.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I thought myself, I was like, what's gonna really happen this morning? Is Odd a man? Because I just got a compliment on my hog, and I hope it's not from a dude.
No,
I think that's a chick.
Yes,
that's totally a chick. See,
one of your super fans DMs me like all the time some pretty inappropriate shit.
Oh, that's cool. Is it a girl?
Yeah.
Someone said, there was a question here: who would win in a fight between you and Chuck Norris?
I'd beat the piss out of Chuck Norris.
Hmm.
Let me see here. Do you guys ever have crazy exes create cell phone numbers and then like text you from it?
No.
God. I think I got one of those last night.
So now you say that as if it's reoccurring.
Oh yeah. It might all be the same
making multiple phone numbers.
I want to talk about supplements today, by the way, because Andrew just did a thing. He bent First Form over. But before I go to that,
Hunter likes First Form, yeah.
I want to hear you and Hunter have a discussion about how you pick what goes in them. But hey, this peptide thing, what do you think about what do you think about someone who's 5'8", 400 pounds, right? And wants to get down to 185, and they've been that weight for
400 pounds.
Let's say for 10 years, yeah.
What do you say? They're overweight?
Yeah, what do you think? They think they're double their body weight they should be, let's say. Someone who's double body weight, right?
Super fat.
Yeah, like if I was 270, I should be a 135-pound little man.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I think you're the right size, but continue.
Do you think that it's okay to take? Andrew and I were having this discussion the other day. There's a few peptides out there that'll suppress your eating. And I was thinking of all the things that I've seen out there.
At a certain point, it's a mental disorder, dude. Like these people, like the same way people overuse alcohol, they overuse food. Some people overuse sex. Like, what do you think about taking something that suppresses your eating, like this peptide called tirzepatide? Hiller's argument was great. Basically, like take it for 6 weeks. Reduce your eating. You'll realize that you need 1/3 the calories you've been taking, and then hopefully by the time those 5 or 6 weeks are up, you've built some new habits. Yeah, I think that'd be ideal, but you also have to recognize, like,
I used to smoke cigarettes to not eat. Like if I was like hungry but I didn't think I should eat, I would just smoke a cigarette.
God, I should get back to smoking cigarettes. That's why I chew tobacco to lose weight.
Is it really? Is it to suppress your appetite? You'll put a chew in? Yeah. But see, there you go.
Same thing.
There you go. So it's the same thing.
Dude, I don't know. I don't have anything against it. I mean, listen, if you want to take initiative in your life to make it better, like do it. And whether it's through peptides or actually taking care of yourself.
What if you do them together?
I mean, that'd be great.
The argument though that it's cheating or that
who cares about cheating, dude? I mean, everything in this world shouldn't be measured like everybody who's actually doing really well in this world probably is cheating to a degree. And what
if we called it optimizing? What if we called it optimizing?
I mean, it's not optimizing. You're a fat fuck who can't take care of yourself. Like you got to stop.
But wait a second. If you drive yourself to, let's say, like yesterday, my mom drove herself to the ocean where there's these steps, and she ran the steps 4 times.
That's great.
But is that cheating? Because she had to go out of her way to go over there and get it. So what's the difference between calling or ordering this peptide, taking it for 6 weeks, and having it reduced? How is that cheating?
Because it's like putting a plug. It's like putting a plug into a leaky boat. It's like you are sure like banging up the hole and putting a cork in it, but in reality, like you could just fix the boat. Like you could just create a system that you have a more stable base, and you got to take care of yourself. And that's why I'm sure a lot of us are in this industry. Like I originally got into training because like I wanted to watch my body change, and then I got really inspired to watch other people's.
Analogy. Sorry.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I wanted to watch other people's body change, so I wanted to become a trainer, and then all of a sudden, that's why I fell in love with this whole thing. But
Rambler, I have sex not to eat so I can sleep. Oh, sex does not work to avoid eating. That is ridiculous.
I know a lot of fat people that have a lot of sex.
What were you gonna? Yeah, but are you gonna ask pound me or Hunter? If it's Hunter, go.
Hunter said it's like putting a cork into a boat as it's trying to overfill. But in this example, the people who have the overfilling, they have no idea what happens when you put a cork in the hole. These people who are 400 pounds, the Ozempic or the whatever is kind of like a cork. And they're like, holy shit, if I plug this bitch, I'm not going to sink. These people, I swear to God, Hunter, you're so fit, you don't get it.
They yo-yo.
You don't get it, Hunter.
Dude, they yo-yo back so quickly, though.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden,
away,
just like it was before, it's all their fault. But now they're aware of it. Like, hey, you should.
I don't think it makes them aware of it. I think it just it's a Band-Aid.
You think when you stop smoking, you think when you stop using nicotine, you're going to get fat, Hunter?
I had to go to that rehab, and I was talking about this the other night. I had to go to rehab, and so how did I got out of one rehab to the next rehab? I was in the third rehab, and their whole basis was AA. And I remember I would sit there in the meetings, and I'd be like, all right, guys, like, I'm only 19 at the time. I'm like, listen, I'm not buying into this shit. Like, I get that this is a cool club, and you guys are very supportive of everything, but like, I want everyone to know that there's a liquor store on every corner. There's a party in every apartment building. And I was like, you guys cannot be like carrying around these little coins in your pocket, jingling around as your only security base. Like, you have to recognize you're going to have to create a foundation outside of this room that allows you to be responsible for your life. Like, AA is not always going to be there for you. You have to be able to be self-contained. And they kicked me out of the fucking rehab.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they kicked me out of the rehab. A 19-year-old kid, like, mansplaining it to some fucking adults. And these people didn't even want to understand the own lie that they were living in. Like,
they didn't have a way to push back on that?
No, they're fucking idiots. And, I mean, they're also charging $20,000 a month for you to be there. And all of a sudden, you just now destabilize this business because you show that it's just a free entity that you go to with the Bible attached. I don't have anything wrong with it.
Did you get a free Bible?
No, but I'm just saying I don't have anything wrong with AA, but I was just saying it's the same exact thing with giving these people these Ozempics or whatever the fuck it is. Like, you're just giving them a Band-Aid. Like, eventually you need to teach these people, you can take a horse to water, but can you force it to drink kind of thing? Like, if you just stuff a hose in their mouth full of Ozempic, yeah, you're going to cure the problem for the moment, but you're not going to cure the issue forever.
Hey, how many alcoholics or drug addicts do you know that kind of got off of the shit themselves? So you just said like AA, they need to figure it out. Someone needs to help them. But how many drug addicts or alcoholics?
I quit nicotine on my own, and it was fucking hard a few times.
So we have a 1 of 1 right now.
I mean, listen, you're asking. I don't have data points on these things. I did it. I'm 1 of 1.
I'm just saying they probably need help. Like, some people make it.
I'm not saying they need help, but.
And you're also not against it. What you're saying is you're not against someone. Well, what would you do if you were 400 pounds and there was the option to take tirzepatide and you'd been 400 pounds for 10 years? Would you do it to reduce your the mechanism? The mechanism is it makes you less hungry.
I'll just give you an example. I have a championship next week in Stockholm.
Well, you would do it. You take nicotine.
Yeah, but I've got a championship next week coming up in Stockholm, and what I did was, knowing that today was today, I woke up immediately, went out and did a 10-mile run before anybody else woke up and fucked with my day. Mm-hmm. And then instead of buying, like, I know I'm probably going to have a little bit of booze, but I went out and bought a bunch of non-alcoholic beers so I don't have to get super drunk because I have to be on a flight tomorrow flying to Europe. And I made sure that I'm going to front load the day and have some donuts, and I'm drinking real beer right now, by the way. And
you are?
What's real beer? What's real beer?
Well, there's alcohol in it. I bought non-alcoholic beers for later on in the day.
What the hell? Why? What time is it?
It's 9 a.m.
Why are you drinking real beer at 9 a.m.?
Dude, this is a McIntyre agenda here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a beer before noon.
I set my day up so that I don't have to create this mess of my life, but I can still partake in what everything's going on. But, you just have to be measured and monitored as an adult. Like, if you're going to get through this world without being a fat person or having other issues, and you have to just create a system. Like, it's Thanksgiving. I'm going to participate in absolutely everything. But because I'm the only person in this family where my body really matters, what's going to happen. Like, my results, it's very, physically driven. I have to be measured. And if you're fat, you have to do the same thing.
Hector Trinta, I would do the peptides now that I know about training and nutrition. I've lost 125 pounds myself, no corners cut. Yeah.
I own a supplement company, and I'll be totally honest. Like, you guys could probably invest $200 into testosterone or peptides every single month, and it would be more valuable than taking all of my supplements.
100%.
Yeah, and I'm not going
valuable. The metric, let's be clear here. The metric you're talking about is aesthetic and performance.
Like, if you were going to take my Strength X2 product, which is our bodybuilding, like gym-based, like lifting weights product, and it could give you also really awesome boners, like, or that's going to cost you $50 a month, and it will probably increase your performance by maybe 5 to 10% potentially. Like, if you took it and really put the work in. Or you could take testosterone every single month, and the likelihood of you getting like a 20 to 40% increase of performance is drastically higher. I mean, is there more kickback in case you do it improperly? Yes. Because it is a hormone. But would I say
way more kickback? I was drinking. So before I was working out, I was taking like 300 milligrams of caffeine. I stopped that for a week, right? And I felt like shit every time I worked out. But after a week, I'm back to normal, and I feel fucking great working out again, and all my shit's back up to normal.
Because you're taking caffeine?
No, I stopped taking caffeine, but I adjusted quickly within a week. If you stop taking testosterone, you're not adjusting back in a week. The gains that you get from taking that stuff also has consequences, right?
Dan Guerrero just asked if I have friends in high school. Shut up, Four Eyes.
No,
Punch you in the face.
He did not.
No, I had a lot of friends. I also had a lot of girlfriends. It's a good life.
I lost 200 pounds, and I dropped my bitch ex-wife. Bye-bye, bitch.
Snap. Yeah, but dude, like that's the difference. Like you could put one needle in yourself, or you could be like me, where I literally have to walk around with like pills and bottles everywhere I go. Or I could take testosterone and I would whoop everyone's ass even harder than I do.
How many supplements does your company sell?
We sell 3.
And basically, Hiller did a video the other day saying that First Form has way too many fucking ingredients in their shit, and they got ingredients in there that shouldn't be in there.
Yeah,
well, hold up. Let's be clear about that, because I was actually talking to Alexis, and she thought the same thing. And I go, I got no issue with what they have in their products. I have issue with them saying that their products are the cleanest and the best products. Yet it's very easy to prove that they are not, because there are all this shit in there.
Dude, if you look
at actually what Hunter just said. Hunter just said testosterone will go far and beyond what my stuff gives you. But this company would say, hey, we can compete with testosterone because we're so fucking great. It's like, no, you're not.
Dude, if you look at all my products, there's about
in your company,
there's about 2 ingredients in every product that we make. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Builder Sports. Because like in reality, what I got really sick of is I was working for all these brands, and all of a sudden on the back of the bottle, it would say proprietary blend, and it would have like 1,800 milligrams of just, non-measurable ingredients in there. And just like one scoop of my hydration product has 5 times as much volume as that. And so you're just getting bullshit serving sizes, and you're getting bullshit products inside of there. And I don't know.
Serving sizes are wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Take a scoop of pre-workout from 10 years ago. That thing is 4 times as big as the one present day.
I know.
Fucking
dude.
Nuts. That
you
people
remember,
don't
dude?
realize
No Explode was like this. Like it was like a $50 size scoop,
fucking
and it was about 2 inches
awesome.
deep. You're like, ugh.
That's a nice picture.
Is this you on Tinder? Is that what Tinder looks like?
Yeah, that was just my media team making that. They're clever.
That's good. I like that.
But is that a Tinder? Is that what Tinder looks like?
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant,
dude.
Go to
wow. No, hold on. I want to look at oh yeah.
Go to my page, and you get to see the commercials we've been making for Black Friday. They're sick.
Hey man, I went to your YouTube. I was watching that video, and just randomly there's an ad for your company, and I died because you're running around in that thong. And I don't remember the word you were saying, but it's like very nice or something.
Yeah,
that's nice.
I actually was gonna post that, but my heart and soul is dedicated to Swolverine, so I didn't. Hey, Hunter, So this is you like looking at a chick and you're like not so much, and then a dude with a mask on.
That's
and
you, right?
That's me. We made a Nacho Libre ad.
God, that is so amazing, dude.
Yeah. Dude, it's so much fun. Go over to my page and you'll see the ad that we made with me in my underpants.
Oh, it was great.
God, it's so good. Hiller and I talked about it. It's fucking amazing.
I was watching one of your videos. I don't know what you were doing, but then it just popped up. I think you were pushing a sled and right outside your storage unit.
Go to that one on the left. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, if you guys want to see. Yeah.
On the top right.
Damn.
Nice. That's what you were saying. Nice.
Great audio. Look at those titties. I like the strap.
The ball.
I have one of those.
Dude, those are the best. Those are the best toys.
Anywho. Nice.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, man. Oh my goodness. Oh, we can't. What is this nonsense? It can't be. Come on.
We just didn't want to be like any other brand where they're just like screaming percentages off for you guys.
What's this dude's name? Does this dude have an alter ego?
This is Chef Boyardee.
Hey,
Today we are going
would you ever have sex with a girl and stay in character the whole time as someone else besides yourself?
I do often.
You do?
I'm all business, dude.
All right. Do Chef Boy or dude this time, man.
Yeah.
I guess she probably wouldn't call you man, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's good, dude. That's good.
Captain Rogers, caffeine in high doses is great for nursing mothers. So says the champ.
Who is that?
That's Chris Evans, Captain America, Captain Rogers.
What happened? Didn't you say you were having another guy on the show again?
Do you have any feelings about First Form?
I think they're an incredible business. Like, you can't. I don't know what
Multi-level marketing and all that.
Whatever, man. You can't hate on people until you've owned a business and you're really just like pushing at that level. You can't really appreciate the amount of hustle and grind that goes into growing something to that size.
What do you think about lying? What do you think about saying that it has the finest products when like some dude, when Hiller can go on and just look like in 10 minutes and be like, no, you actually don't. You actually have the opposite of the finest products. You have filler and it's not the best.
Yeah, but dude, what's your true definition of the finest products? Like, you also have to just think that like some people just want the flavor and the presence and the marketing and the feel of being associated with that company.
Say that, right?
Yeah, why not say that?
Our products taste better than everyone else's, and we think they're the best. Not
I'm just letting
they
you know
are the
right
best,
now.
and I put my name on it.
Everything that we're associated with in this world, politics, lifestyle, brands, whatever the heck it is just shades of marketing. It's all a game, and these guys are killing it. They're worth billions of dollars. And you may not like the fact that their ingredients are a couple milligrams off of what you'd appreciate, but they're not.
No. Not what I'd appreciate. What they say.
Listen, I would say,
why is this so hard for everyone to understand?
Listen, I'm just just telling you right now.
Hey man, I just benched 400 pounds.
Your frustration is not hurting anybody except for yourself. These people are still going to keep on buying the products and still keep on enjoying the process.
I'm not saying with the product. It's frustrations with you, Mr. Redhead.
Frustrated with you.
I'm telling you guys right now.
Seconds ago, and Alexis yesterday. I'm like, why don't you know what I'm saying?
I listen. I have my own supplement company and I handle it differently. But I will say, like, from somebody who just appreciates business, they're doing great.
Yeah,
that cannot be argued.
I went to their headquarters. It's fucking crazy. I could try to throw a football across it and it would take me 6 times.
No shit. So they're doing well.
It's fucking crazy. And they were they were building a building across the way at the time, which probably is done by now.
I bet you suck at throwing a football.
No, dude. I'm telling you, it is so crazy big.
How far can you throw a football?
Probably 70 yards.
That's fucking good,
shut.
I don't believe you worth a shit.
Dude, I used to throw javelin. I was a weapon.
Fuck, man. What are you not good at? Let's start with what you're not good at, and we can start with bench press.
I ended up getting into javelin. I think I've told you guys this a bunch of times, but my grandfather was a track and field guy, so then he used to have me train and throw with the old world record holder, this guy named Tom Petronov. You guys should have him on the show sometime. The dude's a fucking beefy weapon.
Oh, I had that guy Jason on the show you told me to have on.
Jason's a freak, but Tom Petronov's even more of a freak. Dude, supposedly Tom Petronov, he told me that back in the day, he was such a weapon at throwing. People in Japan would pay him like $10,000, $20,000 to show up to baseball stadiums. He was so powerful, he could stand at home plate and throw baseballs out of the stadium.
Yeah, I know. I've heard that sort of stuff. But
Like,
I just looked up the stat, and it says that the average NFL quarterback can only throw the ball 50 to 60 yards, and the strongest of them can throw them 75. So your arm is better than the best of the NFL quarterbacks.
There's no getting away.
I don't know.
No wonder he
70
likes
yards is
form.
far,
No
man.
wonder Hunter likes first form.
Are you Jamarcus Russell?
Listen, why don't we go to a football field and we'll just handle this?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, that would be a great video.
God, I want to. You probably look so sexy throwing a fucking javelin.
Dude, you know who was insane was Jan Halesny. That guy was the dude who was a fucking weapon. He was so powerful that he used to have to throw with a back brace on because he would like pull his vertebrae out of their fucking alignment to the velocity it would move.
Look at this. Look at this picture I just found of fucking Hunter. Look at this. This is him on it headquarters.
Baker Mayfield currently holds
that's me as a bull. That's me as a boy, dude.
God, you're just 10 years ago.
I know, dude. That was really cool. Aubrey was a really great guy.
How long ago was this? Wow.
Look at you, man.
He must have not done anything other than run.
Well, dude, that was my career back then. That was Spartan race years.
He was a cool dude.
For your head and everything.
He's like maybe he did too many. Did he do too many drugs, too many hallucinogenics? His mind got so empty it fell out.
Well, I don't know, man, and I would hate to sound bad talking about the guy, but when I met him, he was really like with it, cool, like just a great guy. And then all of a sudden, like on it started to take off even more, and then he got this like wicked hot girlfriend, and then he started promoting like open relationships.
Yeah.
And then I think the open relationship swung not towards his favor, and she ended up leaving him for another dude.
Yeah.
He got in like a terrible car accident.
Oh.
And then he kind of disappeared off the face of the earth and started doing these high, I don't know, like high vibration retreats with people. Yeah. And when you see somebody go from like this over here, like used to run an MMA gym and a huge supplement company, was buff as fuck with all the hottest chicks in the world, to like disappearing into high vibration retreats in Sedona, that's a pretty big transformation.
He needed.
I mean, dude, if I could tell you, like, I think my life's pretty cush, and like I live high on the hog. That guy made me look like a fucking grain of sand at his beach, dude. Like he was living a good life. Every time I went to the On It Instagram, that dude was surrounded by more hot chicks and was doing bigger and better things every month, stacked up. And then I think like Rome, like all of a sudden the empire just gets too big, it eats itself.
Yeah. Those hallucinogenics and ecstasy will take you to a weird spot. Go ahead, Hiller.
That's exactly what happened to the barbell shrug guys did. Yeah, dude, those guys were all like, we're going to coach you on being like, you know, we're coaches. We're going to coach you on being coaches. We're all of a sudden going to start eating tons of hallucinogens. We're losing our minds. Now I'm naked swinging barbell maces.
That's really what happened. That was like the original CrossFit podcast. Those were the guys who would stand up with the microphones, like at Rich's house.
And dude, they were awesome. Doug Larson, Mike
Arsenault.
Mike, and then what was the name of the guy who passed away? He was so cool. He was the heavier set powerlifting type guy. I don't know. Mike
McGoldrick was over there, right?
I don't know. I'm starting to lose it.
Was the guy CPT over there at Training Think Tank? Was he one of those guys?
Yeah, I don't know if Mike McGoldrick was over there, but I know CPT
Mike
was
Bledsoe.
there, yeah.
Mike Bledsoe.
Yep. That wasn't the big guy though, was it?
No, I can't remember his name now. I'm
Chris
losing
Moore.
Yeah,
so.
He was super cool. The Barbell Buddha.
What did those dudes? They just drove around in their car with microphone around the country and just interviewed people standing up.
Dude, they were just the first. They were just like the first people to just make it happen, man. Like they were the first people to spread the good word of our Lord and Savior CrossFit. Dude, they were weapons. I miss those guys.
And what happened? They did too many drugs and their shit fell apart. They got too high.
I'm not gonna say they did a bunch of drugs because I don't know that, but it was I don't know how this stuff happens. And there was Anders Varner who was in there too. He was a really cool guy.
What was the name of it? Barbell Shrugged?
Barbell Shrugged. If you go to their YouTube channel, sort by most popular, they were getting millions of views, hundreds of thousands 10 years ago.
Dude, they were the coolest.
Their website's still going. It's called. They have something called. Is this one of the guys? Let me see. God, I was so in my own world then. I was just swept by CrossFit Media.
Hey, you'll shit and die when you look at their YouTube channel.
The fuck is this?
Is this him? Is this the guy?
No, I don't recognize
that's
him.
That's Anders. Yeah,
this guy.
Anders is a really good dude.
Well, it looks like they're still in business.
Yeah, I'm sure they're still doing stuff, but they were like big. They were big.
Oh, here's the podcast. Here's
There
the guy.
you go.
Definitely
Yep.
recognize this guy on the left. What's his name?
That's Doug Larson.
Okay, definitely recognize him.
Yeah.
And CTP was the man, and still is.
What happened to the Buttery Butts? Do they still do stuff?
They're killing it. They're
Really?
killing it. Fuck, they do. They just did something crazy. They just got the energy drink. It looks like they just got the energy two happened to them. They got the energy drink company that Tia Toomey's promating. What the fuck is wrong with my mouth? Promating. She's promating this energy energy drink company.
Come on, pull it together.
Rain, I think is Rain a sister company to
they've been part of Rain
Monster?
for a long time. Yeah.
So they did a video. It's called like the Rain Olympics, and they got all these great fucking CrossFit athletes.
Did they post a video?
They just act like complete jackasses.
Yeah,
like they were doing drinking games, but with rain. And the Buttery Bros were filmed that, and I haven't seen it, but I'm sure it's fucking great. They always.
Why do you think CrossFit athletes are such pussies and never drink beer?
Hold on, one more thing. And then the Buttery Bros. There's a guy named Jesse, this billionaire dude named Jesse
Itzler.
Oh. And I didn't see it, but somehow they're affiliated with him now.
Who's they?
The Buttery Bros.
That's a kind of interesting thing where I don't get it. Like that guy's a billionaire and he's been a billionaire for a while, but now he's starting to come back down into this space. And I'm like, what's the move here? I wonder why he's doing that.
And Tosh got, how about Tosh, Nicole Carroll's husband Brian Shantosh got his shit. Man, you and Brian Shantosh should do a camp together. Are you friends with him?
Who is that?
You know who Brian Shantosh is?
No.
He won the he's the guy who ran in a Conic on an air runner in a Conex box for 24 hours.
Oh, dude, I was there actually when they locked those guys in there and then they all shit themselves.
Brian, you were there for that? Brian
Shantosh. It was at a Spartan race event.
He won whatever the highest medal of honor you can have in the United States. I think he won it, like the Navy Cross or some shit. He's a bad dude. He's a good dude. He's been on the podcast a few times. He rode across the Atlantic recently. Pacific? Some fucking shit.
He was on here like a year ago. Did you say the other day?
The other day. Yeah.
It was a while ago, man.
Whatever.
It's like I heard you getting
you do so many of these podcasts. It's you gotta be losing track of time and like space.
The Rock reposted an entire video that Shantosh made and then didn't even tag him. Did you guys see that? That was fucking nuts.
No.
Yeah.
Hey man, that was 9 months ago.
The Shantosh
was on your show.
I should have him on again. Let me see if I can find.
Yeah,
him.
the other day I had him. I think it was yesterday. Caleb was giving me a hard time about that.
Oh shit, he did tag. He's on there. He did tag him eventually. The first time I saw this, he wasn't tagged. Look at this shit. This is him right here. Gratitude, and then it says Brian Shantosh, Marine Corps Major, the TMF veteran leader. I think he may have been a teacher at the Naval Academy too. No shit. Look at this.
I'm not sure. I can't. I'm scared. I need help. It takes a lot of strength to ask yourself the questions.
This is your brother from a different mother.
And then to share that.
Why is it that all military people have this kind of voice?
Because
I don't know, but he's not like the other guys. He doesn't do the he's not like the other guys. I don't think.
Did you see that thing on Goob's channel yesterday?
I'm not sure.
Oh, fuck, Hunter. You got to know who Goob.
Hey, Sevan, you're on Instagram. You should pull up Goob. I don't have the back end at the moment, or I'd do it.
Why don't you?
Who's Goob?
When I got this computer, it logged me out of StreamYard.
Oh, I want to log you back in. I like it when you have access to the back end. Dude, you're going to trip, Hunter, when you see this guy.
Hunter said this thing about military, and it made me think about this thing he just put up. It's not that.
I like this guy a lot.
I think on the left in the middle with the dude in the green floor.
I like this guy a lot.
This dude is savage.
Yeah, he just rips people apart for having all the edited shit.
Yeah, but that one on the left, he's just talking about these people who run what look like some sort of a faux military camp out of a body.
I'll pull it up in 1 second. I want to show Hunter one thing. Look at this.
I'm surprised that these military camps get so much money.
Look at this, Hunter. Look at this. This is the guy. I don't think he's a big guy. I keep going back and looking at this video.
I mean, he's probably like 5'6".
Yeah, he does not look tall at all, but wait till you see how strong he is. I think this is.
Careful with the music.
315. Watch what he does with 315, Hunter. Look at this. Look at. Puts it on his lap.
Wow.
Oh, hey. That's Danielle Barry.
Fucking nuts. You know the guy in the background?
The chick to the left.
Oh, she a CrossFitter?
Ex-girlfriend.
Oh, shit.
I think Hunter knows her, too.
Have you and Hunter banged the same chick?
No, we're not Eskimo brothers yet.
He said,
Eskimo brothers.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't swing that way, dude. I keep my doors pretty tight to like Norwegian women. I'm now like looking outside of the United States.
I'm grateful for being able to get up and down from the floor. Hiller versus Hunter 100 burpees for time. Go.
No.
Not for $5.
Oh, I would like to see that. God, that would be nasty.
I'm pretty sure I got the range of motion advantage. So
how tall are you?
5'9". You're 6'1", right?
You think you beat Hunter in that? You think you beat Hunter in that?
100 burpees? Yeah, I'm pretty good
at
that.
Oh, dude, he's in such good shape, dude. There's no way you beat him in that.
If there's few things that I could smoke him in outside of weightlifting, I think burpees are one thing I got him in.
You know what's interesting is this category of just like shitting on people on the internet is such a huge category now. Everyone just loves it.
Do you think Hiller's in this category?
Yeah, for sure, dude. That's what your whole brand's built off of.
Shitting
on people fit.
Yeah, dude. You're just chopping people off the head.
You don't understand. He's making people better. Okay, let's watch a little bit of this one. Here we go.
It's Happy Thanksgiving. We're going to keep it light today. We're going to talk about a video that a bunch of you sent me that I don't understand. Let's roll the clip.
Get the fuck up, bitches. Move your goddamn asses. Why the fuck are you so asleep?
I did 2 of these things with Seal Fit. And the first time I did Seal Fit was amazing. The second time I did Seal Fit, like it had outgrown its roots and it was just such a shit show.
Like
so you've done this? You've done this?
I did Seal Fit. It was put on by this guy named Mark Devine. I've got nothing against Mark Devine, but the original product versus the one where I did it 3 years later was just a shit show.
Stop. Get out. Let's go.
It was so ridiculous. Like at one point I had to take a shit and they're like, I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. They're like, do it in your pants. And I was like, I actually have to take a shit. And they're like, do it in your pants. And I was like, guys, like, I understand that you guys are trying to like keep up this whole persona, but like understand that this is all a game. Like I paid to show up at your shitty little make-believe camp and I need to poop.
And that's what
they would not let me shit and they did not let me shit. So I had to keep on doing burpees with a rock for an hour. And then when we were swimming across the lake 30 minutes later, I had to shit in the lake while tied up to all these other guys that I was with.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Let's listen to what Goop says here. Hold on.
Get on here and kink shit. But what did I just watch? Like, I don't understand this. Maybe somebody in the comments can help me. These are grown men that paid somebody else to scream at them to go get the, like, what? Boy here looks stressed as hell. I don't know if you saw him. It looks like he's having a good time. Also, like, until my boy at the end here really rips it up, like the intensity, I don't know. It's sort of like a half-ass scream. I'm seeing these classes pop up everywhere, and
it is kind of a half-ass scream. If you're gonna do it, do it.
I don't understand it. No hate, no judgment. I couldn't find what the shit cost, but if you want private coaching by the dude that runs it, it's $40,000 a year. Upon further consideration, this is probably a kink. All right, guys.
Dude, you should look this one guy up. His name's Garrett Wright or something like that. His name's like Warrior Kings. And like both him and his wife have like so much Botox and weird shit done to themselves, and they run this operation.
What's
where
it called?
It's like Warriors, something like that. Garrett Wright. Let's just say Garrett.
I think I've seen this guy before. It's a trip.
Yeah, dude, and so many people go into it. Yeah, dude, Wake Up Warriors. It is the weirdest brand of just like.
I don't think they're doing well, dude. If it's who I think it is,
it is.
Yeah, they had some issues here. I think with this thing. I'm not sure.
I can't imagine how they wouldn't.
Like someone stole someone's wife or something. We had someone on who talked to me about this.
Dude, their prices are so astronomical, and they're basically like going after men whose lives are probably like they're overachievers, and their life at home is probably starting to fall apart because of it. And then they target these men who want to get their shit together for super high ticket items, and then.
We had one of their coaches on. He's a good friend of mine. I'm trying to remember. He's a very good friend of mine, and I can't remember his name. He owns CrossFit Costa Mesa or something. Who was that? He's a major OG. He's at his CrossFit gym's more than 15 years old. He used to train with John Wellborn. Big powerlifting dude. He was Christian Lucero's coach. Fuck, why can't I remember his name?
This is so good.
Who the fuck is Max Mormont. I think Max Mormont is a coach.
I would have never gotten that.
Or was. And I think
I was thinking so hard.
I think that company had a split.
Trainer John Wellborn, huh?
Yep. I want to show you guys this.
Hey, to go back to that little camp thing where those people are just getting screamed at, I imagine running one of those out of my affiliate and how ridiculous I would have felt. Because the lights are on and it looks somewhat like a CrossFit gym.
Let me tell you what you should do if you so you don't have to do anything like that ever in your life.
Listening.
I'm going to show you. This is a 9-year-old boy who's just been doing martial arts 3 to 7 days a week for the last.
I don't know if I like where this is going.
5 years. Just look at this kid on the right. Look at this kid on the right. This is a 9-year-old kid. Look at this kid.
It's your son?
Oh. Look at this kid in the white.
I can whoop this dude's ass.
Look at him. A year younger than the other kid, 25 pounds lighter.
Fuck him up.
Now watch. Keep watching.
Do you want for the choke out? Get the choke out.
Now watch. Here we go. Listen.
Look, let me show you something. Look. When you hug the head, look, come down. Look, when you hug the head, no, just stay on your knees. When you hug the head like this,
all right, Mia.
I'm giving you my back, not just climbing my back. Look.
We're with Ari.
See? Yeah, that's how I got your back.
Joey.
Dude.
That's really honorable.
Cool.
Dude. You can't pay one of those programs fucking $10 million to teach you that kind of fucking behavior at 9. Beat a kid immediately right afterwards. Show him how to fucking do it.
You know, it's funny. When I was in my early 20s, I was going after programs like the one that you just like showed me, the one where like people are screaming at you and teaching you how to be tough.
Yeah.
And now that I'm in my 30s, all I listen to is like Baba Ram Dass kind of shit.
Oh. Ooh. Yeah.
And I've just recognized how dumb all that stuff was, like the intensity and the masculinity and all that kind of shit. And I was spending the money to go to these things. Like I was obsessed. This guy's name's Richard Alpertson, and he was like the top like behavioral psychologist in the world at the time, working out of Harvard, Stanford, and Cambridge. And he was like, everybody loved him. And then all of a sudden one day he ate mushrooms and he was like, I don't understand human beings at all. He's like, I'm just really good at reading the books and telling people what's inside the books. And then he went on this crazy, like, took so many drugs that Harvard fired him. Like he lost all of his, like, you know, basically his career-based, I don't know, notoriety.
This book is fucking amazing.
Yeah, you got to listen to his dissertations, like Be Here Now or like Forgetting to Die, all that kind of stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Sarah Cox, I paid for Seal Fit. Totally stupid. That's what I was trying to say. No, it's funny is I'm actually associated with some of the people that were in the program, so I'm probably gonna get some kickback from this. But
Hey, she killed. I think she did it with Kristen Clever and Rebecca Voigt too. She did it, or some big names, and Sarah made it through. So, hey, Sarah back squatted 185 for 20, and she's like 74 years old.
really,
74.
Crazy, right?
Shandy said, "How many of us are dodging our families? How are you guys? So wait, are you married now, Hiller? Or are you engaged?
That's a great question.
How many of us are getting invited to your wedding? Is the real question.
Whenever the hell that ends up happening, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, you are gonna do that? You are gonna invite out? You're gonna just have a?
Dude, your fiance better have
awesome.
some hot girlfriends.
She
Where
does.
would you guys do it?
See, I can't really think much further away than like 3 days from now, so I couldn't possibly give you that answer.
Hey, could you just have a wedding and invite like 6,000 people, invite them to a park somewhere, and be like, everyone has to bring a dish, some paper
that's the way to
plates,
go.
and forks.
Dude, this not a taxidermy deer has a good idea.
Yeah.
Don't bring any booze. Just have bowls of peptides, and let's just get fucking crazy. Fuck
a syringe bowl, and you just kind of like pull the liquid out of the bowl.
Yeah.
Where do you see that comment?
Oh, wait. Sarah's the person who works with you guys at California Hormones. I just put that together.
Yeah, you stayed at her house.
Slumber parties.
Yeah.
Love that place.
Oh, she's only 47. Whatever. What's a few years?
You said 74.
Or whatever. Whatever it takes. Yeah.
I mean, 74. That back squat weight's crazy,
dude. She's not a big woman, dude.
It's all up here.
She's fucking a lean machine. She's
jacked.
Yeah, she has a crazy body.
She's got this ab pain.
What do you guys have lined up for today?
Talk about Sarah
dinner at 2:00 or some shit. How about you?
225 Hunter now. 225.
225 what?
People watching. He was impressed with 169. I thought he might ejaculate when he hears 225.
It'll hit 300.
Well,
Hunter stays off his phone.
Sorry, literally, my my family just keeps on messaging me, and like I can hear all the voices echoing downstairs, and I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, they're at your place, or you're at their place?
No, so my nickname, Uncle Hoo Hoo. So I basically will tell you guys a story. My niece was like really young. We spent the summer together 2 years ago in Rhode Island in a house we rented during COVID. And I had to change my name from Hunter to Uncle Hoo Hoo so I could be the second person she named because she said Dada, and that was a battle between her mother and myself. So that's how I became Uncle Hoo Hoo. And this is like my little area. This is Uncle Hoo Hoo's house. You got the Concept 2 rower. You got the air mattress.
That's cool.
And
I like that setup.
Yeah, dude, it's dope. There's a
you're
huge
you're at your brother's house?
Yeah, we're down here in Greenwich, Connecticut. So there's this big ass screen TV, and I just watch action movies and just fuck this rower up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I wreck it, dude. I went to Greenwich, the Greenwich Equinox the other day, and these are like the prissiest, most fancy people in the country. And I'm in there just beating the shit out of the ski erg in front of everybody. And it was one of the best feelings in the world because everyone's just kind of like doing like little like 18-pound kettlebell clean and jerks. Like,
and then there's just you hammering on the
just
fucking
shattering this machine. It's like,
hey, what sort of shape would you say you're in right now?
CrossFit
shape.
Oh,
well, dude, you guys want to hear something? I'll show you literally the DMs. This probably will get me in trouble, but who gives a shit? Look at this. Who is this guy?
Hey, Hunter, will you hold on? Can you hold on one sec? What? Let's see. Go ahead. Show me. It says, this is Saad. Is that the guy who runs Dubai Fitness?
I said, basically, this is Saud, the guy who runs the Dubai Fitness Championships. And I guess they're inviting me to the Dubai Fitness Championships.
No shit.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if I can actually pull it off, but
why? What do you mean? First of all, what? They invited you?
Well, he just texted me that. And if you guys fucking rat on me, I'll beat the shit out of you.
This is live and 200-something people are watching, homie.
Hold on 1 second. Let's get back to that 1 second. I got a friend I want to bring on for 5 minutes.
God dang it.
There he is.
Dude. This guy looks like a long lost brother of mine.
The fucking hair. It's a hair.
He also could have rolled out from any bridge in California. That hair right there.
Morning, fellas. How we doing?
Bear, do you know Hunter McIntyre?
I know of him. I don't know him personally, but nice to meet you, man.
Is your name really Bear?
Not technically, but it's been a name since I was like 2 years old, so it's pretty much official.
His name's not really Uncle Hoo Hoo either, Bear.
Yeah, I know, dude.
And down below, have you ever met Andrew Hiller, Bear?
I haven't follower, but never met you. So nice to meet you as well.
Nice to meet you, Bear.
Bear, I know you don't have a lot of time, and I reached out to you the other day, and I couldn't fucking believe your Black Friday sale. And this is a true story. Bear didn't contact me. I reached out to him. I was like, holy shit, dude, you guys are gonna fucking do it again. I want to tell people, and I brought this on to show you guys. These are my Nano 2s, my favorite shoe of all time. This is the fucking new favorite shoe of all time. It's the Savage One, and it's made by Born Primitive. This is a weird looking shoe, but fits my feet incredibly. This is a beautiful gangster motherfucking shoe.
There it is.
Great. Congratulations, dude.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, we talked about this, Sevan, already, but like the Nano 2 is one of my favorite shoes ever as well. So when we went to design it, it was like we wanted to take like components of that, but make it a bit more technical. For me, the Nano 2 would kind of like get a little bit flimsy after a while. Like it was good to like wear around in town when you had like a fresh pair, but if you beat the crap out of it, it did lose a little bit of its lateral like kind of stability. So as you can see, we beefed it up, made it a bit more technical. And then, put some other components of other footwear that we liked, because I've been wearing every shoe in the business since, for the last 15 years or so. Glad you like it, man.
Dude,
I know, we
absolutely love it. I was concerned. I have like probably 20 pair of Nano 2s in boxes because I was always afraid that they would stop making them, and they did stop making them. And the new ones are not as good as the original ones.
Dude, they're so good.
And when yours came out and you sent them to me, so many people have sent me shoes. The Metcon, like I can't even get my foot into it. The Tier, I can't get my foot into that. I haven't worn the Rads, but I've been told that my foot wouldn't fit in them. And so when you sent me this and I wore it, I was like, holy shit, this is the fucking real deal.
Do you make running shoes too?
Not yet. That's our first shoe. We're going to do running shoes next. And we're working on like a military law enforcement, like assault boot right now as well. So those are the kind of the other things in the works, but eventually we'd like to be able to like outfit like an athlete for every discipline, right? So you need a running shoe, you need a lifter. And then for our, kind of military law enforcement audience, we need an assault boot for them. So that's what we're working on, but we wanted to nail this one first. The goal is that it can be a shoe. Like for me, I was bringing 3 pairs of shoes to the gym. I'd bring my lifters, and then I'd bring like my Metcons or Nanos. And then like if I was doing a track workout, I would throw on like some Asics or some Brooks running shoes for that. And I was like, this is just ridiculous. Now, obviously, if you are going for like a 3-rep max or something, like you want to throw lifters on, like you're never going to wear like a Nano or a Savage One, in my opinion, if you're really going for it. But the goal is to have a shoe that it's like, all right, I don't need to change 3 different times. It can kind of cover all disciplines and still, do good job with it. So that was the goal. That's what we went for. And we didn't want to overbuild it.
Doesn't wear any shoes.
No.
Do you also
I do wear jorts.
Do you lift like just Pooh Bear in it, just a t-shirt on, butt naked from the belly button down?
I'm a jorts guy, man. So I am the weird guy that's at the gym in jorts. That's pretty much
they're yours.
The Josh Bridges sent
yeah,
they're so nice, but I poo-pooed the shit out of them. I made fun of them so much, and I put them on, and my wife's like, "Those look good on you." I was like, damn.
Yeah, I've got 4 pairs of those jorts.
You do have
really nice.
Those are the ones I always wear at the games, and you can see my dick in them.
Yeah.
I wore those all the time. Yeah.
I can't tell if I'm getting bigger, if jean companies are getting more inappropriate, but I put on a pair of jeans the other day and you could see the veins in my penis. Like it was so tight. It was crazy.
You're going to want to
Yum.
You're going to want to give it a few tugs before you get into those jorts, just to, stack the deck in your favor a little bit.
It was so inappropriate. I was like, I can't wear jeans anymore.
So here's the deal, guys. When I have had sponsors or something and they want to give deals, I'm like, hey, it's not good enough to talk about. And so this is Born Primitive is not a sponsor, but I want to tell you about how fucking crazy this deal is. After you spend your money at my sponsor store, Paper Street Coffee and California Peptides, and get all juiced up with your leftover cash, it's something crazy. It's going to be 30% off for one day, right?
So no, so it's already going right now. It started last night, but it's 30% off site wide. It's up to 70% off certain like sale items, and then the Savage one, I'm not supposed to be tipping the hand, but tomorrow morning we're going to restock 20,000 plus units. It's been sold out forever. People are chomping at the bit to get it. So tomorrow morning it will restock. It will also be discounted, which like the initial plan was to wait till after Black Friday, because it's like, why would you sell something that's like at a discount? But I was like, fuck it. Let's just put it back in stock. Let's get these to people. And let's let them like, it's so the site's Born Primitive, but the shoe is the Savage one.
So the Savage one's on
they're listed at 91 right now.
Yeah,
that's cheap.
Jesus Christ.
It's normally a $30 shoe, right?
Exactly. So we kind of wrestled with that, and we got this giant shipment, and I ended up like, fuck it, let's just restock it on Black Friday and let people go nuts. And then the cool thing is we're going to drop a new colorway tomorrow. So the white gum will drop tomorrow with it. And then last thing we spent over
white.
No. So the gum will be the same. The upper will be white and gray. It's super clean. Yep.
Is that you in the jean shorts?
Super clean look. No, that's not me.
That's a very erotic look, dude.
I know. I got to get with the creative team. I feel like that image is a little bit weird, but maybe stop that one out.
No, dude, that's what's got me buying. And I was like, I don't know that guy, but he looks limber and he makes me want to purchase
there you go. There's me wearing your shorts. You can
this
use
girl
that
looks
picture.
confused, but that guy looks like he's fully aligned with his lifestyle.
Yep. So that's the down and dirty, man.
And then you get free joggers if you spend more than $200.
Yeah, over $200, you'll unlock joggers for men and leggings for women. So whatever you want to pick. If you're buying for yourself, but you don't want to get in trouble with your lady, get her a pair of leggings. It'll be free with your order if you get over 200. That's what I'm telling the fellas is a little tactic. So.
Oh yeah, you know what's funny is I just got 3 pair of joggers and I opened them yesterday in front of my wife and she goes, "Oh, that was nice of you to get those." Like with the "you asshole, what'd you get me?" I told you.
Yeah, they're cool.
These
now we got you covered.
Yeah, these are dope. Okay, cool, brother. Hey, by the way, congratulations. Someone said that you did a podcast with Rich Froning that dropped a couple days ago. I heard it's absolutely fantastic. I just want to congratulate you. I want to thank you for being a company that has values that are just absolutely fucking brilliant. You don't bullshit. You stand by what you say, and you're not playing the woke game. And I just really, really appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you, getting me on. And, I think right now as a society, we need more companies that aren't willing to go with the fucking whatever direction the wind's blowing that day. Personally, I see that way too much. And I finally was just like, fuck this. We need to use our platform for some common sense. And, the erosion of American values is very apparent right now. So if we can be a counter to that just a little bit and give people a brand that they can align with that, isn't controversial. To me, it's common sense shit that has been eroded. So we're going to keep doing that. And if people don't like it, they can go find Nike and other companies that go the other direction. But yeah, man, it's been cool. We've gotten a lot of awesome messages kind of saying finally someone will fucking do it. So we're going to be that. And if people want to roll with us, we'd love to have them. And if not, all good. That's why we have choice. So I appreciate those words, man.
Yeah, and also the posts you make on your Instagram showing your relationship with your daughter, those warm my heart too. I really like seeing that. I just like people out there showing that they're being fathers, and I appreciate you doing that.
Absolutely, man. That's the best title we can hold. So you gotta make sure we're be focusing on that part of our lives as well. And I know you can relate. So I appreciate that.
Cool. Hey, I know you were concerned that you weren't in your studio. I know you're a man of perfection. Thanks for jumping on your phone, wherever you're at. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm up in the guest bedroom, and I got all my nephews running around, breaking shit in the house right now. So hopefully you guys can hear me all right. But I appreciate you having me on, man. And I'll be just hanging with the fam tomorrow. So if you want me to pop back on, shoot me a text.
Okay.
I got nothing going on other than working out and probably drinking too much wine with the family. So
awesome.
Rock and roll, dude. See you guys.
Bye.
All right,
later,
fellas. Bear. Very nice to meet you. Later.
Bear.
Ciao.
Is everyone signing off?
No. What the fuck are you saying, by? You just broke some crazy news.
What's that?
Young Clark, all my black fucking consumerism money went to represent. Oh, good.
That's this company. You know, Born Primitive actually reached out to me to work with me before these guys did, but then they never followed up. I don't know what happened.
I really like him. I have heard some weird stuff about their relationships with athletes, but you know what,
Like
I think
they like try to have sex with them.
No, not like that kind of weird. Thanks for clarifying. But you want to know what? I think that
They were trying to
company
get
has
handsy
grown
with me.
really fast, and he's managing a lot of good problems. This shoe is wider than the Nano 2.
Hey, $91 is cheap for shoes.
I like that shoe a lot, dude. I like the Nano 2. I like the constructs of that.
You would love this fucking Savage.
I'm trying to work
with
Puma right now on making some shoes for the athlete that he was talking about. Like, you know, I don't want to fucking take so many pairs of shoes to the gym. And like the Nano 2 was really great. It was one of the very few CrossFit style shoes you could do a little bit of running in and not feel like crap. And then Reebok decided to take like a really quality brand and just ruin it. Ruin it.
Okay, let's look at your phone again. What were you showing us right there?
I was showing you that I guess he's extending an invite to me to go to the Dubai games. I just started heckling him. I was like, yo, all the athletes you have coming to this suck. You should let me come. And
that's why he invited you, you think?
Yeah. I like Saud.
Are you saying he called you on some shit?
Called you on it? You're like, hey, your athletes suck, and he's like, here's a plane ticket.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'll go compete. I'm gonna go look and see if I can pull this thing off.
What's holding you back?
Business.
When is it? When are the Dubai athletic championships?
It's the week. So I go compete in the championships over in Europe. I go compete in Europe. And then it's the weekend afterwards. So I go to Stockholm, and then I would go the following week.
What's the date on that?
December 8th and 9th.
That's the High Rocks World Championships?
Yeah.
Hey, is that compatible to go to Dubai? What's their Hiller, what do you think? How would he do? Could he finish top 10 there?
The events are up. We should pull. Is it possible to pull up the events?
Yeah, where do I go?
Right.
Pull out the workouts. Let's go.
DXB or DBX on Instagram. I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong about that, but I thought they've been posting workouts. I mean, I know there's a total, and I know that he's going to do probably dead last in the total.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm assuming that he'll be able to overcome that with a lot of the other stuff that's out there.
Oh,
High Rocks will get exposed at Dubai. Yeah, dude, this is so great. Now, talk about Hunter coming to CrossFit, and all your fans are going to get so butthurt. Their emotional stability is I'm starting to shake their world. Like, whoa.
Where do you think?
Oh, there you go. Max snatch and clean.
Okay, so dead last in the max snatch and clean. Let's say that.
That's event 2.
Okay, so
then of course you got Bronislaw. You got baby. Event 1. There you go.
Are these people going there? Roman Krenikov's going there?
Probably.
Event 1, power clean farmer walk.
Where do you see that?
On the right.
What do you think the power clean is? Because if it's 135, rape and pillage. What if it's 185?
It's under Roman.
Robinson.
I see event 7.
Is that 7? Oh, I thought it was a 1. Sorry.
Oh.
It
is event 7. I'm an idiot.
They don't say that. No, you're not. It's a weird font. Hey, that's a weird
weird workout.
No, that's a weird number, but they don't give the weights. So 2159. Yeah, so you could kill that one.
If it's 135, I feel great about it. If it starts to get above 155, that's where it's the danger zone for me.
I bet it's 135, 185, 225.
Well, that's not bad for me at all because I can power clean 275 still quite easily, but I could probably get like 3 to 5 in a row. Drop it.
Can Hunter hang with Roman on the machines?
Yes.
He can, huh?
So 25 toe to bar I can do unbroken for sure. 16 calorie.
Yeah, but you got to do 5 rounds of that. You got that?
That's not a problem for me. But I just don't know what the max rep front squat is because if it's at 225, they bury me.
Hey, that Echo bike is tame. 16 calories, that's tame.
So like if that started to go, let's just say it was like a 315 front squat, I'm out. I'll get 1. Like this one, I looked at this. This would be great for me. What the hell is A jump?
It's that one with the box. You kind of squat, you touch your taint to the box, and then you jump and get on top of it. The
I mean,
box is between you.
What's a single arm devil press? Like that's
That
not
might be a
bad.
deck squat.
What's a deck squat?
I don't know what any of that shit is.
This is all that shit that they did in 2020, and I might have just told you what a deck squat is. I thought that was an A jump.
One legless rope climb. I mean, this is easy for me.
15 wall ball, 35.
Oh yeah,
double
like
under.
something like this, he might absolutely murder, right,
Yeah,
Hiller?
but here's the thing: on the wall balls, he actually has to squat below parallel on like high rocks events.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Is that true? High Rock doesn't make you squat below parallel. Is that true?
No one
No,
does.
it's
at
really
High Rock.
embarrassing, dude. Like if you get, like I don't have problems with it, but like there's a
Hunter's
lot of
pretty
athletes that do not get in trouble for it, and they'll even allow athletes who get like really good times to squat to boxes.
That's
Something
fucked.
happened to your audio, Hunter. By the way, can you move the mic closer now? Hello.
Did that work?
No. Recently, Johnny. Recently, I listened to Hunter's old interview with Rich Roll. Does he still regret not joining the military?
I mean, I didn't regret not joining it. I was not allowed to join it because I got in a lot of trouble. Is there any other workouts?
I'm looking.
There's got to be more than just those workouts.
I think that I had the A jump right.
Based on 2 of those workouts, I think I can come top 3 in 2 of those workouts.
Deck squat.
So we don't know what the first workout is. I'm trying to think. I think the
So
first.
let's just say there's 8 workouts. How many are there going to be?
God, sometimes they have a
Oh,
shitload.
dude, a deck squat is that reverse burpee looking thing. You ever see
What's
those
that?
where you roll to your back and you come to your feet
I mean, that's not hard at all. That's
and you do it with like a weight? Yeah.
I got this.
You're going to do this for 50K, you think?
I mean, I don't think I'm going to win. I mean, I think I can come top 3 in 2 of these workouts for sure. I'll just like on the snatch, I'll maybe get 215 to 225, and then on the clean and jerk, I'll get like 255 to 265. And like what if it just depends on if they start putting 315 on the bar for a bunch of stuff. That's where I'm out.
They don't have a list of the athletes that are competing.
Well, you've got a couple people that say they accept.
If you go up and you click on the people accepting, Lauren Fisher, Ricky.
Dude, if Lauren Fisher's going, that means my boy Rasmus is going to be there, and I would go exclusively to spend time with Ras Daddy.
I met him. He's cool.
I love
really
Rasmus.
cool.
He
Yeah,
is
he's
the greatest person to ever come out of CrossFit. Him and Jacob Hepner.
Why is that? What's so cool about him?
I think he's just got this like. He's not like all the rest of these neurotic, stupid fucking CrossFitters that are so anxious about everything. Like Rasmus,
He was chill. You're right. Yeah.
you can just put like a workout on the board. Like, hey man, you're gonna do like 50 army crawls into like 50 upside down rope climbs into 50 clean and jerks at 315. And he'd be like, cool. He wouldn't be like, this is a terrible program. He would just do whatever you want. He's got a great attitude. He's hysterical. He's a 10 out of 10 human being. He's the kind of person where I'm like, hey, there's only like 1 or 2 people in my phone book that I could call if I had a dead body to bury. And like, I don't even know Rasmus that well. And I'd be like, hey man, I have a dead body. He's like, okay, I'll bring a shovel. And it wouldn't even be in consideration. He's just that kind of guy.
And then do 50 clean and jerks at 315. All right.
With a dead body.
Bury the
with the dead
body.
body.
Do the clean and jerks. Sure. Yeah, whatever.
Dude, Rasmus is the best. Absolute best. So what is your business these days, Hiller? Like, what do you do to make money? Do you coach people or like, do you take nudes?
I do. No, I've got a stable of clients that I work with, and I've kind of been working those down fewer and fewer just because the internet world takes up so much time.
Do you do well off the internet world?
His training's killing, dude.
I don't know. I'm asking a question.
Training's killing.
To put this, let's say you make $100 a month. At a certain point, that all I made it from was personal training clients.
Yeah.
And then I started the online program, and then I made $10 a month off the online program.
Yeah.
And
He's only making videos every other day now or every 2 days. And I'm on his newsletter and I'm on his program, and it's fucking awesome. The amount of attention and detail, it's dude, you're such a good dude.
People have liked that I've been kind of outlining what are the highlights of my week with the training program. That's been cool.
Yeah,
this is what I'm looking forward to. This is the one I think is the most unique or interesting. But over time, it's been more and more internet, and the program's kind of taken over, where it's kind of the main source of revenue at this point.
Like, do you do well? Like, wink at me if you do well.
I do well. Yeah,
Nice.
I do well.
Nice. Maybe you could stop driving that pussy ass fucking SRT8 and get a supercharger on that bitch.
Dude, that thing got wrecked the other day. I got rear-ended, and it's just
Oh.
sitting out there. I'm waiting for the guy's insurance company to set up the fix on that, but it's just.
But
yeah,
Hunter, he's a dink. Is that what it's called? He's a dink.
Does that mean he's a limp dick?
We figured out what this meant on Pedro. Sevan watched it.
Double income, no kids.
That's dope.
Double income, no kids.
I like that a lot. You're kind of a dink.
I have a lot of income streams now.
And no kid.
Yeah. At this point, like, I basically, if just a couple things end up happening well, my life's gonna be super sweet. Right now, it's awesome, but like super sweet's right around the corner. It's a lot of fun.
You'll be like that dude from On It, living on the beach. But
yeah, dude, I just lose my mind. And
what's cool
disappear.
though, what's cool too about you, Hunter, is you're probably really good with your money. You don't need a lot of shit. Like you can, right?
I'll put it to you this way: I used to have like a crazy bitchin' savings, and now it's down to 10% of that because I invested so much into my businesses. But if I basically let go of like all these people and the growth-based strategies and just took all the money into my own pockets right now, yeah, like I could buy a house in Malibu, I could buy a car.
The only dumb shit you've ever bought is your nice truck. Like you're not addicted to clothes shopping. You're fine wearing all the free clothes people give you. You have that shitty game headset on right now. Like you're not when you wear these kind of jackass glasses, you're not a
Oh, nice, sick, dude.
You're very happy with who you are. You don't dress up your.
Yeah, no, I don't need to. I don't need to because I'm a big believer in this polarizing lifestyle. Like work so hard now so you can live so easy later. Like I could basically be out. I could cash out at 40 and never have to do this dumb stuff again. But I probably will still keep on working in some kind of capacity.
I don't think anyone who's ever had a good savings account has ever referred to it as crazy stupid. I got this crazy stupid savings account that's now down to 10%. I think
that's California talk for good.
Yeah. It was crazy stupid for me. I was like, whoa.
I know. I just thought it was unique because I don't think anyone who's had a good amount of money saved has referred to it like that.
Spend some time with California bros, dude.
I like them over there. They're chill. Way different than Chicago people. We've talked about this.
Dude, I don't know. California is so effed these days. Like, I don't even know what I'm living here for. If it was not for the fact that I'm able to train at the volume that I can here, I'd be out of the state in a heartbeat.
Can't you do that somewhere else? What do you mean train at the volume you do there?
Dude, think about it. 350 days a year of perfect training situations. And those
fucking in Russia where it's dead cold. Like, come on.
No, I'm saying perfect training
situations.
situations.
Malibu is a perfect training situation.
Perfect training situations. There's no issues. There's no reason not to be out. Like I went for a 4.5-hour bike ride the other day, and if I tried to do that here in Connecticut, it would just be misery.
You do it on a C2 bike in your garage.
No. I'm out there in the mountains.
I found our theme song, by the way, guys. Let me play this for you guys.
The Danger Zone.
I've been sucking off Rick all damn day. Can't help myself. 'Cause I'm so gay, we both sit out here and waste our lives away. Swallow his load and watch him drive away. It's a damn shame.
That's me.
What the world's gotten to for faggots like me and faggots like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. I've been sucking
like that. I saw that.
Oh my God, that means that guy's you right there.
Hunter's theme song.
Dude, I wish I was a logger in Montana. I'd go back to that lifestyle in a heartbeat. Just hanging out with dudes, just doing nothing but just hardcore shit. All this iPhone dumb influencer stuff sucks.
That looks like a crazy job those guys have. I couldn't tell what that helicopter was bringing them, but if it's bringing them a line,
a line of what?
Like they're on some sort of fucking wire tower, telephone tower, electric tower, and if that helicopter is bringing them a power line that they're gonna hook up, that's fucking nuts. I couldn't tell exactly what was going on, but that job looks.
Did you ever watch that movie called Fall or something where they climb up?
Brokeback Mountain is a solid movie.
No, I didn't watch the whole movie. Did you watch it? The preview fucking terrified me.
Yeah, you told me to watch it, and it was awesome. This chick's boobs are out the whole movie.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I almost watched
chick?
it.
I don't know, just some blonde chick.
What's the name of that movie?
What do you think the ramifications for like 70% of the internet being attached to an OnlyFans these days? Like, what do you think is going to happen to society?
Do you have an OnlyFans subscription?
No, but like one of my close friends, a dude, like not the closest of friends, but a dude I consider to be a good friend of mine, didn't tell me that he had an OnlyFans, and I find out, and he told me how much money he's making, and his notoriety compared to mine is like 1%. And the amount of money he's making, I was like, whoa. Like, I can understand how somebody who's not in the position where they're making a good amount of money could be susceptible to that calling. But there's so many people I know. There's at least 5 dudes that I know that I could call right now, will pick up on Thanksgiving, that have an OnlyFans. And chicks, it's 20 times that.
The 2 girls I know who have an OnlyFans are killing it. One of them is making $1 million a year. And the guy I know who's on it, I think, is making like $40,000 a year.
That dude's got a tiny dick.
No, he's got a big hog. He's a listener in the audience.
How much is
Dude,
he making?
40 grand?
Well, I think he just goes on. He just does stuff like, people pay him like $15 to like do the splits naked.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Is this Ronnie Teasdale?
No. That'd be.
I'd pay for Ronnie Teasdale, the OnlyFans.
Are you gonna pull that up, Hiller? What is that you got?
Yeah, you got to click on it. I can't bring it up because I don't. I can. There you go. This is the movie. Got great reviews, and I think it was actually decent.
You can see. Is that cleavage right there?
That's the chick. Yeah, and the whole movie is like that.
Fall.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
good?
decent. I would say. Oh, dude, there's a crazy wicked twist in there. So if you're into movies that are just kind of, you ever see Sharknado?
Yeah.
If you're into that sort of shit where it's kind of so bad that it ends up being good, that's that movie.
My brother and I watched the
Yeah,
Meg.
you're right,
I showed him the Meg for the first time a couple nights ago, and that movie is a 10.
And the second one
The
sucks.
Meg, it's about the Megalodon.
Don't watch the second one though.
So good.
The first one's great.
You watched that?
Are you kidding me, dude? Show it to your kids. They're gonna love it.
They'll never go in the ocean again.
Dude, come on. No one believes in a shark that's
It's like
like
Jaws,
200
but
feet
it's
long.
even more fake than Jaws.
It's so good. I'm like, yes.
Hey, Med Marv, what was terrible? 1 out of 10.
Please tell me Megalodon. Please
Hey,
tell
guys,
me Meg.
first of all, I gotta piss like a maniac. And second of all, my family's gonna kill me. So,
All right, love you. Bye. Hey, good to have
say, guys. I just want to say happy Thanksgiving. I miss you guys.
Yeah, cool. Hey, December, I'm gonna be in LA
When do you get
December
there?
10th.
December 10th. Well, if I don't go to the Doobie games, I'll see you guys.
Is
Okay, I
that
like
the same
Pee
date?
dance. I recognize that pee dance. That's awesome.
I got to pee so bad, dude. You know, you get the pee jitters. You're like, yeah.
Don't drink non-alcoholic beer. It's a waste of calories. Okay, bye.
Later, boy.
I agree with
Thanks for
Sevan.
coming
Bye, Hunter. And then there were 2.
Hey, yesterday on the Pedro podcast.
Oh boy. Did
Yeah, here we go.
you watch the whole thing?
Of course.
Oh boy.
Dude,
I saw that thing you put up this morning. The sound was funny.
I did 300. I ended up doing 300 calories on the bike, 100 pull-ups, and fucking I don't know how many, 200 strict shouldered overhead with 25 pound dumbbells. Well, I watched it at one
Hey,
point.
this is usually the type of thing we talk about on the phone, but I was going to ask, what'd you think about it?
The video,
The podcast,
the interview. Let me start here.
The same way you give it to me if we were on the phone.
It wasn't bad.
Is that you being nice because we're on the air?
No. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to really give it to you. It was 2 hours and 40 minutes. It wasn't bad. I like both. It's hard for me to assess because I like both you guys, and I enjoyed like eavesdropping in on the conversation.
Let's say this was the Lone Ranger podcast.
But it still wasn't bad. I like it, but it needed more meat. I feel like there was some meat in there. The section where you guys talked about Brian was kind of meaty for me. But I wanted to hear more meat. Like I wanted him to ask you, have you gotten any death threats? Like it made me all of a sudden like be like, fuck, I need to interview Hiller. Like I just started thinking of all these fucking questions that like I need to know. Oh, there was a couple things he did ask you towards the end. But let me say this about Pedro. It's not fair to attack Pedro. I'm going to attack Pedro right now. It's not fair because he's not here. But here we go.
We're doing this. We're attacking our friends again.
Yeah, it's okay if you do it publicly. It's okay.
Yeah, that's what I found out. It's okay if you do it publicly.
He said that Rich shouldn't have told. This isn't attacking him. I just agree with him. He said that Rich shouldn't have told the world he doesn't do his IG. I disagree. I think Rich transcends that. I think it's cool that he kind of he's embraced that. You know what I mean? It's not like something. But here's the part. But whether you think that that's okay or not,
when he said that, it did kind of strike me. I was like, whoa. I don't really remember how I reacted to it, but I do remember thinking, oh, it is interesting that he did that.
That Rich did that?
That Rich did kind of vocalize the fact that he wasn't running his Instagram.
Yeah, he vocalized it. And last time he was on my podcast, he's talked about it on my podcast a half dozen times. But last time he's like, "Hey, I'm a pussy. It's just that I don't like the way I'm paraphrasing, but the way I interact with social media. So I just got rid of it and let someone else do it." And I don't think that that's being a pussy. But either way, I understand his sentiment that if he let someone else run it, I understood his sentiment. But I think Rich transcends that. But let me just say this. He then told us that Rad offered him money to come on the podcast.
Okay.
Now, I was going to blast him for that, but now that I think about it and I say it to you in real time, it's one thing if he would have said, "Hey, you can come on my podcast for $500." It's another thing to accept money to come on the podcast. But either way, I don't think you should accept money if you're a serious podcaster for people to come on, because the second you accept money, you are no longer a
you've got a vested interest in making the person who gave you money look better.
Like so like Dave's my really good friend, and so the best I can do is tell you guys like, hey, I really would want to protect Dave and love Dave to death. I'm fucking like there's nothing he could do to make it so I go against him. Nothing. Steal my fucking car, lie to me, nothing. I'm fucking in. But I tell you that, which makes it weird when I interview him. Born Primitive, they don't give me money, but after he was on the show, he sent me these shoes. So I don't feel obligated to tell people about them. But
if he gave you $500,
I would totally I would love to have this dude as a sponsor. And to be completely frank with you, I can't understand why he would sponsor anyone besides this podcast. We'll convert more for him. We'll sell more for him. But I don't care. Like, I just don't. I don't care. Like personally, like my bank account's not like screaming at him. But like I don't get it. But I don't think Pedro should take money from cash from.
Hey, what if you take cash and you continue to fuck people up because of it? You think there's just something built into people that they can't do that?
Or he should put them down as a sponsor. He should write their name at the bottom so that you know, like everyone knows, like listen.
How wicked would it be if he made someone give him $100 and then he just did what he was going to do anyway?
Yeah, I mean that would
Hey, dude, someone pays Rogan like $10,000 to go on Joe Rogan's show, and I don't know what the number would be. I just know it'd be a lot. And then he just Joe Rogan.
It would be $1 million to go on a show.
Okay, so you pay Joe Rogan $1 million to go on his show. You think he's going to change the way he interviews him, or do you think just having the exposure of his podcast?
No, he's going to change.
You think Rogan would change?
Hey, I haven't watched the Rock interview, but I bet you if you watch the Rock interview, I'm guessing you're going to see some things. Like, did he talk to the Rock about doing steroids?
I don't think anyone talks to The Rock about doing steroids.
Well, there's my. So I'm going to tell you something right now. If you want to buy someone a present, the best bang for your fucking buck, absolutely, without a fucking doubt, is to go to Paper Street Coffee tomorrow when they have their Black Friday sale and get 3 bags of tea. If you know someone who drinks tea or you drink tea, tomorrow will be a one-time offer that you'll probably never see again. If you fucking take supplements and you want a good supplement, you should go to Swolverine and subscribe now and get 30% off. Would I be saying those things if they weren't down there at the bottom as my sponsors? Fuck no. But I still believe those things, right? Like, fuck, the cheapest tea you're ever going to get is tomorrow at Paper Street Coffee. The cheapest supplement you're going to get tomorrow, Swolverine ever. So,
and if you want your peptides at 10% off with free shipping, you go to CA Peptides.
All that shit, yeah. I'll also tell you other good shit, those shoes, and they're not paying me to say that shit about those shoes. Tea is gay. Tea is not gay. By the way, for those of you who don't drink tea and you're addicted to caffeine, the really cool thing about tea is it really fucking, you feel it more in your brain than your body. So like an editor, like if you're editing all night, I would recommend that Hiller switch to tea. It's such better brain caffeine.
Yeah, but then David's gonna make fun of me.
That's true. But do you see what I'm saying? So I don't think he should take money from Rad unless like he should start the show. Like, hey, I took money from this fucking guy. By the way, everyone loves that guy.
The Rad guy?
Yeah.
Is that the guy who was in Dave's story yesterday?
Dude, everyone loves this guy.
Hey, someone told Pedro to bring that up, and I'm looking at it, and it didn't click while we were on the show. But then I read in the group chat after, and they were speculating that that's going to be the new title sponsor of the games.
Can they afford that?
Rad?
Yeah.
They can afford Daniel Brandon.
What do you think they pay her? You think they pay her $100,000 a year?
More.
I mean, she's the shit, dude. She's the shit.
I'd say it's probably not way more, but more. And how about what we're doing with the Brooke Wells thing where she's no longer got Noble listed in her? I can't wait to see what company she lines up with next.
What do you think about I'm texting Danielle right now. Yo, I want
How much money do you make
to come on the show? I think I asked Fraser one time when he's on the CrossFit podcast how much Nike pays him. He didn't answer.
He didn't answer.
I expected him not to answer.
That was in 2018 at the CrossFit studio.
Yes.
And if I had to guess, that's at the 32-minute mark on that podcast.
Wow.
If I had to guess, because I've watched that a couple times.
Dude, I have something crazy I want to give you and show you.
20K? Absolutely not, Carl.
You're out of your mind. I know. Hey, dude, if you're a needle mover, people will pay you fucking real good money.
If that is what she's making, she's an idiot, and she needs to have me be her second agent because I'm Pedro's agent now.
I'll say this. I probably shouldn't say this, but I text Dave yesterday and I said, hey, I saw you on with the Rad dude. Is he cool? And he goes, he's cool as fuck. And he goes, those are great shoes. And I go, really? And he goes, yeah. And Dave's not a shoe. Dave wears a lot of different shoes and he likes shoes, but he's not like a shoe guy. Like he always says like, hey, but he did say that he's like, I'm not sure if they'd fit your fucking Donald Duck feet.
Hey, I've worn Metcons my whole life, and I got Donald Duck feet too. Every pair I wear, they blow out. See how
I cannot wear Metcons. Why do you wear those? You like it? Why do you wear those?
I don't know. I'm a creature of habit. It's hard to break it. But I had the Bear Complex ones over, not the Bear Complex, Born Primitive ones pulled up, and I'm considering because I like the twos. But what I know about Metcons is they just blow out sideways eventually, and then they're real comfortable for me.
Someone wrote, I bet Fraser's Nike deal is the biggest in CrossFit, maybe Rich and Reebok. I think Rich's Reebok deal,
I bet it's Mal O'Brien and Noble.
It was multiple millions of dollars. Rich's is what I heard.
Oh, probably not that big.
Who?
Mal O'Brien and Noble.
Oh,
I bet that's a big deal though.
I bet you it's a big deal too. Can you imagine how disappointed you'd be that she pulled out and that she turned out to be a dud? I don't mean that as a dig towards her. I meant as an investment.
Like they got a pretty good return on it already.
Supportive, blah blah blah. Fuck you. There's 30 people at fucking Noble who are trying to fucking put a fucking turkey dinner on their fucking table, or 100, and you fucked it up for them. I'm not trying to be a bit dick to her at all. No one's saying I'm being an asshole. I'm telling you the truth. They invested fucking money into Mal O'Brien. She doesn't show up. She has a fucking complete meltdown, and everyone fucking gets a smaller turkey at Noble. Just the fucking way it is. If she'd have gone hard, won the games, kicked the shit out of Laura and Tia, fucking Noble fucking might still be in business, and there's 100 families that are living better. Just the facts. Oh, but the sponsor supported me through my pregnancy. Fuck you and your pregnancy. I hate that fucking dumbass shit. My husband, instead of going to the CrossFit Games, I shouldn't say this.
God, I want to know now though.
It was going to be about Julian and Miranda. I really like them. It's not a dig at them, but Julian didn't go to the games because Miranda was pregnant, right?
Right.
And it's like, and I thought that's cool, fine, that's good on you. But then people are like, oh my God, he's such a good husband or friend or boyfriend. I'm like, fuck off. One, it's the right thing to do. It's a no-brainer. Who gives a fuck? But two, if he'd have gone, good on him too. Bring back $50,000, put that money in the fucking bank. That's fucking $82 million when that kid's 77 years old. That's what it would be. Yeah, probably something like that. It'd be close to $100 million. You put $50,000 in a fucking mutual fund when your kid's born. When he's 70, that's fucking $100 million. And your kid don't give a fuck that you weren't at his birth. So like, don't get all fucking.
Was that what it was? He would have missed the kid's birth.
Yeah, that's basically, he qualified for the games, and all these people were like all up on his jock, like it was like some sort of great thing he did by not going. It's not Julian's fault.
I'll tell you what, in the industry,
Hi, Katie, happy Thanksgiving. Go ahead, Hiller.
In the industry that is CrossFit, it is kind of something, that not many people would choose to do. If I had to guess, to give him a little credit. So you're saying it's like what you should do, but how many people would do it? And in this space,
I'm not saying it's what you should. I'm not even saying it's what you should do. I'm just saying that like it's closed-minded. It's closed-minded not to see the big picture. Like people are like, oh, that's a good angle of you when you look that way. Look that way. No, just your eyes. You were looking off into the distance. You look like a model. I'm just saying that like
I do what I think. I look up over here. I don't know.
People will be like, oh, Mal O'Brien, like, oh, Noble was so great to Mal O'Brien, or that's too bad what happened to Mal O'Brien. But I'm just saying the other side of the coin is she fucked people. Her situation fucked people. I'm just telling you the other side, like, or could have fucked people. Like, it's not just like, oh, one girl's mental health. What if I told you that 55 families' mental health went to shit because Noble couldn't make ends meet because they didn't sell enough shoes because of that? Oh, but Mal's fine.
You think anyone's ever really thought of that?
No, people are fucking idiots. It's like the same thing with like
it's the first time I'm thinking about it, but you're nailing it.
Yeah, it's no one thinks of anything. Like everyone had like car seats, right? Everyone has car seats for babies. They supposedly save babies' lives. Great, I believe that too, right? But let's say they save 10 babies' lives a year. Well, let's say the off-gassing of those that's from those seats that are made in China gives cancer to 10,000 people a year. Oh, let's say that the waste from those car seats somehow does something that fucking reduces the life expectancy of everyone on planet Earth by 1 day because of how many they fill the dumps with. Like no one ever, it's like the electric car thing. Have you heard these fucking idiots with PhDs are like, yeah, it's good for the environment. And they're like, well, where do you think the electricity comes to charge your car? And they're like, I don't know. I mean,
you should hear my dad talk about electric cars.
We live with retards, dude.
Awesome.
They're walking around like this.
I've got this buddy who's a savant when it comes to certain. He's an engineer.
Oh,
and he says the same things about electric cars. If you just bring it up in his presence, he explodes. But other than that, he's really reserved. On the spectrum, maybe, I don't know. And don't get him going about electric cars.
Tank Reeves, Sevan has zero scope of mutual funds. Laugh out that loud. These days, 50K would end up being 25K when you're 70. So, for those of you who don't know, do not fucking listen to him in the slightest.
Don't listen to that demon down there in the corner.
Yeah. I have, my mom told me if I put money in mutual funds, they double every 7 years. They've doubled every 4 years, even with the fucking shit that's happened. And it's been fucking amazing. And do not listen to him. He has no fucking clue what he's talking about. And you're right. There may be some questionable companies that are running these mutual funds like BlackRock, etc. But yeah.
Hey, man, I reflected on that question. You asked me about why I wear these shoes.
Yeah.
I don't mean to give Nike any sort of promotion, but I just have this thing about not looking too deeply into certain things.
Sure.
And I feel like they have I listened to a podcast where they were talking about, and I think I've mentioned this before, they spend $100,000 researching a shoe design and then they just scrap it. And then I imagine companies like Tier and how that might be their entire budget for creating a shoe, and they can't possibly just scrap it. But the thing on my foot, I know that they put a lot of thought into it. I hope.
The Bear Born Primitives is a 10 figure company.
Oh,
and that shoe, when he was on the show, I said, hey, did that test the limits of your company? And he basically said, yeah. investing and making a fucking shoe is like push that company to its brink.
Well, that's
Right?
cool to hear. So
Yeah.
I should order a pair of those right now. I should go all freaking Craig Ritchie and order a pair of shoes.
It's a fucking leap. Well, here's order it tomorrow.
It's already just $91.
Hey, but
Isn't that the sale price? 91.
I wore these shoes for 2 days straight the day I got them, and I loved them, and I didn't want to take them off. And then like a few days later, after I wore them for 2 days straight, basically, one of my feet started hurting in my toes, and it was weird.
Okay.
It hurt for about like a month. And Hiller and I were talking, and he's like, "Hey, do you think it was that shoe you're wearing?" I go, "I don't know, but I want to let you know that I've worn them now for the last 3 days straight before I invited Bear on to make sure that I wasn't like giving you guys a shoe." But here's the thing. This shoe is the sole. It's basically a Nano 2 identical, but you can feel the ground more. So if you don't like that, maybe the shoe isn't for you, but I like it. It feels like the barefoot version of the Nano 2. Some people were saying that they don't like the way it looks. I think it looks hard.
What does it look like on your foot? That's usually what I care about. And yeah, is there any way to do that? Sockless bastard. Are you wearing your toe spacers? Can you ram those bitches into there with?
Hey, that dude that he had on that dude that he has on the cover of their website right now.
That was weird.
but that's like the Travis Kelce type dude. That's like how I imagine. Like those are like that's the popular look with dudes right now.
Right. Did you see? I was talking to Alex about this morning. His brother was up for sexiest man on earth, Jason Kelce. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
No.
You can't believe that.
I
can't either.
I
Unbelievable. I'm like the fucking offensive lineman.
I hate how charming those guys are. Those guys are killing it.
He is cool. And I mean, if I were to guess one of them, it'd be Travis. And there's a bias because he's dating Taylor Swift. But I'm like, this guy?
Sevan also approves of dead babies in Gaza. God,
dude.
Don't be a douche nozzle now.
Hey, on Pedro's show yesterday.
What?
Did you hear about did you pick up on his subscriptions thing or his membership thing?
No, tell me.
You didn't hear us talking about that? So over in the side where we have all these people like Jeff.
Oh, yeah. I immediately sent a text at night to Caleb and Souza. I know Souza's talked to me about that before, but I kind of just wasn't listening closely. I was like, oh, I don't want to extract money from the audience, but it doesn't sound like it's a bad thing.
No, what it does is it differentiates people. So like if Jake Chapman had a membership over here, his name would pop up and he would have a little badge next to it for how long he's been here. So like you had a 1 month badge, a 2 month badge, and then if you're here for 24 months as a member at like $3-5 a month, then it shows that it's like, hey, Jake Chapman's been here for a little while. And I also was able to create these little custom stickers. And in my realm, I created this thing this morning. You can, when you comment, your name is highlighted in the comment section, so I can kind of go to those ones first because I know that they've sent me a little money.
Yeah, that's cool. I like the fact that it pulls up their comments first.
I created these custom stickers with like Danny Spiegel on it.
Buttery Bubbles, that would be cool.
I did that. I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's funny.
Buttery Bubbles tried BPC 157 for my psoriasis and it didn't work. What's psoriasis? Like a skin issue?
We need to reference Alexis for that, but I don't think that it's been said that would work.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that. But hey, you know what I always trip on?
Like an itchy, like skin, like dry.
What I trip on, Buttery, also is when you, what I think is called reconstitute that stuff, you have to make sure you do it so gently. So if someone told you that it would work for your psoriasis, you may want to think back, did you damage the peptides when you reconstituted it?
Isn't that a trip? I remember that's what you were caught up on when I made that video.
Yeah, it's like it's so unsettling.
I should reconstitute some peptides right now. I wonder if I have any.
Tank Reeves on a roll this morning, really, really sticking it to me. Dead babies, mutual funds, and now Sevan Podcast membership is worth about as much as mutual funds.
Well, apparently it's worth 4 times as much right now. Yeah, man, that's something that I was on Pedro's and I couldn't believe you didn't have that. Because with the people who are always in the chat, it's just a cool feature.
I wonder if
Everyone wants a wrench, but they can get their own wrench, and
you can just buy a wrench.
essentially, yeah, because everyone sees the wrench next to these people's names.
I can't see the wrenches. I don't even know who the wrenches are.
I know Vindicate's a wrench, but I don't see the wrench anymore. You used to see the wrench. I got 3 subscribers
Already?
I got Cave Dashbro.
But you don't even go live.
I know, but when in my comment sections, I got like hundreds of comments, and I can no longer get to all of them.
I get a dozen comments sometimes.
But the promises I made in the membership sign up screen was I'm going to prioritize your comments.
Oh. Christian Kettler, please touch on the Brian Friend debacle. I talked about it. I talked about it already with Caleb, and then Hiller talks about it with
Pedro.
And then I don't know for sure, but I think Brian did a podcast maybe where he talked about it yesterday.
Did he? What did he say?
He said he was going to. I don't know. I didn't hear it. It's just can I get a troll next to my name? Absolutely. For $5.99 a month, we'll give you.
You can, yeah.
It was nothing. It was just something from our thread that spilt out into
what was the
yeah. And by the way, I don't like that picture of your back the way Hiller likes it.
I do. I mean,
it looks like a whale busted a nut on your back.
Because he's so pale?
Yeah, I just don't understand why it's all white like that on that one center, like someone's put baking powder on him.
Man, it's because he's got a shirt on when he walks around outside. But that is about as shredded as a back as I've seen.
I know, that is nuts. I think that's like some sort of disorder like that girl has, and where you can see her quads and glutes all separated and hamstrings. There's no way that guy's actually that lean.
I wonder if he's dieted down. Maybe he's proud of it.
I did like the way you said you like his Christmas tree. I'd never noticed a Christmas tree on anyone before.
There's a picture of Willie George's somewhere where he's got a really nice Christmas tree on a muscle up. I noticed that on dudes.
Can I get a peptide that'll make me look like Christian minus the whiteness?
If you were to stick on the CJC for a while, you'd kind of reap the benefit that is the muscle growth from the increased growth hormone. There was one on there that she took off because I think that one was, if it did what it said it did, it ain't safe. And she removed it from the website. It came off like really quickly after we talked about it.
The EPO?
That's one of them. But the other one was very similar to a SARM called YK11. And that's not what the peptide was called. And I forget what it was called, but it was one of the more expensive ones. And it said that it shut off you see those cows that are too big. The way that they get that big is because they take something that shuts off the body's ability to limit muscle growth.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Peptide that shut off that protective mechanism for you to grow too quick. And I looked at that and I go, yeah, that doesn't sound great. And I know people who've taken that SARM who get all fucked up from it. And I actually knew someone growing up who had all these issues because they lacked that gene.
Do you think that's what Dan Bailey has?
If I were to guess, no.
That gene? Okay. Jeremy World, happy Thanksgiving, Sevi. Grateful for all you've brought to the community. You too, Hiller.
Dan Bailey's 4'4". Yeah, a myostatin. Yeah, it shuts off myostatin. And no, I don't think Dan Bailey's got that. A myostatin deficiency. But I don't think that that's something that you really want to fuck with in your body. To the same extent where like people who take steroids kind of fuck up their tendons, ligaments, and all that because they grow too fast or train like a dickhead.
Sorry, I'm texting right now. Hold on one second. Ask her if they want to. Fuck, I can just go fucking call her.
Who, Sarah?
No.
Haley?
When we talk about peptides, I get all like I start wanting to do just a bucket full of them.
Should I reconstitute some stuff on the air right now?
Oh yeah, and show people.
Yeah.
Hey, do it.
How careful you got to be.
Yeah,
if
that would be
cool. 2 seconds. I can go grab some.
Okay, that would be awesome. I'll call.
I got a thing of BPC.
Yeah, that would actually be really nice. You know what I'll do? I think I can make you big, so people could see how you do it. Let me see. Oh shit! The phone.
Hello.
Hi. Hey, thanks for answering.
Yeah, better be good. I'm working out.
Oh, sorry. Do you want to? Okay, call me when you're done working out. I basically,
Hello?
or just tell her, hey, if they want to come, we'll just come over there and get them.
Yeah, that's what yeah.
Okay, yeah. If they want to
the
come,
kids want to go.
yeah. Tell her
Okay.
we'll just cruise over and get them. I'll be done podcast like in 10 minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, love you.
Oh, and I don't know why.
Wait,
but
we're live on the air. Careful.
Okay.
Okay.
The
what?
kids were asking me. Sorry, I'm out of breath.
Okay. I like you like that.
If you like,
Easy to jump on.
I'm not sure why, but they're begging me to ask you, if you like dreaming?
Dreaming?
Yeah, if you like dreaming.
Yeah, I like dreaming.
You can dream about these nuts.
It doesn't even work.
Yes, it does.
That doesn't even.
Don't ruin my joke.
That doesn't even work.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. She's crying.
I read it online.
No, shut it. Stop. You don't do nuts jokes. Bye. My wife tried to D's nuts me. Tank Reeves just busting balls. Love the show. Slava Zucchini. Thank you, Mr. Reeves. Okay, back to your. Yeah. Did you get that from Amazon?
I don't think I got this from Amazon. I think I got this from BH Medical Supplies.
I'm on nothing right now. I'm on the only ones I've done 2 bottles of the BPC 157 and 2 bottles of the TB 500, and then I did CJC 1295. Hold on, Hillard, go back. Show me the powder again. So you guys, when you get it, the peptides, it's gonna look like that. It looks just like that. It's just dry powder stuck to the bottom of a jar. What is that one called?
So remember what I said about this too, is that it kind of wants to be packed to the bottom, and you know that it's good when it's suctioned in there. So you'll see when I stick the needle in there, it's going to pull the liquid in kind of aggressively. And what you were talking about was the damage it could cause with a peptide. So I always angle the needle up into the side so I don't directly hit it. And I also try to hold back on the plunger to keep it kind of drip dropping in there.
Christian, more calls with Haley out of breath. I know that kind of got me aroused too.
I missed something, huh?
Yeah, I called. She was working out, and she's all.
This is important. You get the freaking alcohol swab, and you clean the absolute shit out of all the tops every single time you do this. Because whether or not you're putting it into you're pushing the needle in and out of the other objects, and if there's bacteria or crap sitting on top of them, you'll push that bacteria into the bottle. So you always want to clean it before you put the needle in, regardless of whether or not because I'm not going to shoot it on the air.
Hey, do you ever clean do you ever wipe the needle?
No, there's like a lubricant on there.
Yeah.
And if you wipe it down, it takes that off. So it'll hurt like a bitch if you stick it into you.
Okay.
First of all, this is not the needle that you use to inject yourself. This is the one that you use to do TRT. So if you like, I don't know if it'll zoom in on that. Probably not.
I need a new needle for do you ever use just the insulin needles to reconstitute your peptides?
Yeah. So see that fucking thing? That's a big needle. The one that you use for peptides, the little orange guys, they're probably 1/8 the size of this.
Yeah, you don't even feel them. Hey, so you have to shoot that into yourself 2 days a week? That big ass needle?
Sunday, Thursday. And actually, when I was shooting it daily, because I was trying to circumvent the acne, and I heard if you shoot it every day, I would use the insulin needle. And because I'm so lean, I can go right into my butt. Huh?
Why don't you use the insulin needle every time? Why ever use that one?
Because it takes so long to pull the oil. Because this is a water, it goes right in. But when it's an oil, you got to sit there for like an hour waiting for it to pull into the syringe.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, this thing's big. So I know you say you have no idea how to do this, but I know that if you pull this guy to 2, I don't know if you pull it to 2.
Yeah.
Come back. There you go. And you fill it up with water.
Yeah.
That means that I'm going to get 20 shots out of the BPC.
Oh.
All right. So, yeah. But you see what I'm doing. I pulled it to 2. And then you make sure that, I guess it really doesn't matter at the moment if there's bubbles or not in there. But then when I stick it into this guy, I kind of grab onto the base of it.
This part's really important. Listen, this part's really important.
If you don't grab onto the base of it, then the suction in this thing is just going to rip it out. So
Yeah, you have to hold the plunger on the needle that has the water so fucking
See how I
tight.
have it
This
angled?
jar, this jar wants to suck the water in so hard, and that's when I'm always freaking out. You're going to damage the peptides.
And they're expensive, so you want to be careful. See how I'm not pushing it in, but it's just sucking the crap in?
And you bent the needle. You don't care.
I just like to shoot it at the side, because if you hit the peptides directly, you're probably going to mess it up.
Oh,
But see how I
hate
just push
that.
it, it sucked it in?
Yeah.
That's how you know that a good pharmacy probably put everything together. Which
and then you showed me you just roll it.
And then you just roll it.
Yeah, you don't shake it.
If you shake it, you're basically throwing your money out the window.
What is the what peptide is that again? Sorry.
This is BPC.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I just had this laying around from California Peptides. She sent it, or I got it in my last thing with testosterone.
Did I ever send you your peptides that you left at my house?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Got it.
Yeah.
Damn.
So Goodwill Racing said he lets it drip, but as long as you hit the side and it doesn't just kind of cascade upon it, it's better if you let it drip in. Yeah.
So yeah, that's interesting. So I was thinking the same thing. Why didn't he let it drip? But then when I saw him shooting it on the side, I was like,
that's why I angle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Austin Hartman, I draw with 18G and inject with a 22 gauge. Even with the 22 gauge, is a pain to inject.
Yeah, this is 23.
That vial is vacuum packed.
And now see it pops up. Come on. It worked well when I stood up like this.
Yeah.
There they are. And then you put it in the fridge. And it should be good for, I think, 28 days.
Oh, shit. You are definitely making it more complicated than it needs to be. Really? I thought that was, you just wipe the tops off and then put the water in. What's complicated about that? Tell me what's easier.
You wipe off the tops.
Yeah.
Take the water, put it from one to the other. Add a 2.0, which is equal to 20 units. I don't know. I'm going to stick it in this fridge.
Mrs. Burns is right. What's up?
Said that.
Good morning.
David.
No, Sean, it reseals itself. Do you reseal the bottle after you reconstitute it? It seals itself. You don't put that plastic lid on it, but that rubber gasket, when you pull the needle out, that thing just pulls tight again. I don't know.
That thing's just sealed. Come on. Grab it. Nope. It's not going to do it.
And then it's done. Yeah.
Yeah, like the needle went in and out of that.
Dude, the liquid gets, oh yeah, buttery bubbles. Now that I think about it, the liquid did get sucked in fast. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I ruined a bottle one time. I get, I don't have, after about, I wish I would have done more than one bottle of the CJC 1295. She sent me a couple bottles. I did
Should have done like 3 bottles.
And then one of my friends got hurt, so I gave it to one of my friends. But after about a month, I do start like missing days. It's just like it's a lot, and I like to do it, and I got really finicky about it because I heard you should always take it on an empty stomach, like you should. So I always wanted to do it in the morning because I hadn't eaten in 8 hours, and then I didn't want to eat for at least 12 hours after I took the shot because I wanted to get the most of it. So
Ms. Burns says the way that we were talking about the plunger, sucked in fast, gentle, this, bending that, that's the part in which we were overcomplicating. However, I don't know, Ms. Burns, who you've tried to educate on this stuff before, but if you leave stuff out like that, then it tends to, I don't know, people will fuck it up. I just don't want people to fuck their shit up. It doesn't work, Andrew. I don't know what's going on. Well, did I not make it very clear that you're not supposed to destroy the peptide with? So that's all.
Oh, Danielle Brandon responded. Awesome. This is great. God.
Hey, I don't mind being big, but I don't think you should be small.
I don't mind when Danielle Brandon responds to my text. It's a 1 to 3.
What is it that you said to her?
So I said that's the third text I've sent her like in a week, or probably the 10th text, but third time. I want to know why she's moving. As soon as she says she's moving, I go to like a spot of like, oh, did her and Torres break up?
Pedro seemed to have some info on that yesterday, and he said no.
Oh, good. That makes me happy. I'd like to see them last. I'd like to see what their kids look like.
David, I agree with that too. And Miss Burns, I could see that. That hasn't worked with me in the.
Jesus Christ! Do you not do the podcast? You have to read the question, Heller.
Oh, sorry. Teach parents the technique a lot of times, and sometimes the simpler the better, which is also less is more. And no, I don't do a podcast.
You reach Matt, leave a message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks. Have a great day.
Son of a bitch.
At the tone, please record your message. When
You trying to get him to schedule Danielle?
Yeah, I was gonna be like, dude, get her.
What did you say to her? You asked to have her on, and
Yeah.
she said, "Awesome."
I said, yo, I want you to come on the show. She wrote back, all right, when?
Oh,
But I mean, I've been just like just banging on her. You know what I mean? Like I've been like all up in her text messages for like a week now. I want to get Andy Thor's daughter on too. I want to hear about the being pregnant a second time.
What do you want to hear about it?
I just want to talk about it. Like, hey, are you excited? Like, what was that like? Was it planned? All that, you know what I mean? Just all that shit as an athlete. How's she coping? I just like her. I really enjoy interviewing her. Annie, she's cool. She's just aggro enough for me.
Susan's at the gym.
Hey, did you
yo.
see the text from Danielle Brandon?
I think so. I haven't
Oh.
really looked at my phone. I'm at the park right now doing our workout
Okay, make sure you get her.
for a win.
I don't care. Soon, whenever she wants. Schedule
Saturday?
her 4 times because you know she's only going to show up to one of them.
Okay, we'll build in contingency plans.
Yeah.
Hey, Travis, who told you that?
I'll
Okay.
shoot back right now.
You the man.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Hey, the beginning of the show is hilarious, by the way.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that the duo is awesome. What's up, Hiller? Happy Thanksgiving.
You too, Souza.
All right, guys. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Hey, the phone works.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, thanks for coming on Thanksgiving. What are you doing today? Are you going to your dad's?
We're going to the Alexis's parents. My dad's in Mexico, I think.
Oh, that's fun. With his chick?
Yeah. They left this morning.
I texted. That's funny you say that. Cara Saunders is working out again after her second. She talks about some of the differences in her blogs. I actually texted her yesterday after Pedro said she charges him $1,500 or something to come on. I immediately texted her and asked her to come on. I'm like, oh, thanks for reminding
Did she
me.
get back to you?
No, maybe I need to WhatsApp her.
No, maybe you got to send her money to respond. Hey,
No, she's cool.
I know I'm messing with you.
Oh. Yeah, me and her are cool.
Hey, what do you do for Thanksgiving? Do you do that stuff or no?
I'm going to Greg's.
Does he make a turkey?
Yeah, there'll be all that shit.
Does Greg cook?
Yeah, he's a fucking great cook.
Is he going to be the one cooking the turkey?
I think I thought maybe we ordered. I'm gonna text Cara Saunders right now or WhatsApp her. Cara,
Hey man, I make the most badass turkey.
you do?
I got this. I basically take these things and I get a shitload of butter and I fill this bitch up with butter and I just shoot the turkey in like 400 different spots with butter. And then I stick it into the smoker for 6 hours.
Yeah.
It
Are you
comes
doing
out
that? Are you gonna do that today?
tomorrow.
Oh. Why
But
tomorrow?
it's like butter, garlic, and salt, cayenne pepper, and stuff. This mix, and it's incredible. And then I had a bunch of friends over last year, and I go, "You gotta try this turkey." And then they're like, "My grandma's better." You fucking liar.
So is your dad in Mexico with his chick, banging his chick, high on TRT?
Yep, that's what he's up to. He goes
And
everywhere now. It's crazy.
and you poked your scalp to why do you needle your scalp to let more hair grow out? Does that actually work? Does that actually work?
I'm convinced all metrics of growth and recovery have to do with blood flow. That's why when people go in and do recovery days and they row, they're just moving their body around. It's why when you start moving and you have a headache, you feel better about it because blood flow kind of makes the body go. That was pretty stupid.
Oh, I like it. I'm with you on all this.
But so as far as the hair goes, there's a bunch of research that shows when you microneedle, it's supposed to promote more blood flow to the head, and it's good for growing hair. And Alexis has this device of doing what she does over her space, and she goes, "Hey, I could hit your head with a microneedle device, and it hurts like a motherfucker." It's these little needles that, I don't know, like 5 millimeter needles, and she just sits there for like 20 minutes, and it just drills into my head with it. So we'll see. I don't know.
I never thought of you as your hair doesn't look like it's thinning anywhere to me.
There. It's like here, you know.
Do you feel it or do you see it?
I feel like I probably saw it. And there's specific lights where the lights are very heavy from the top down. You notice it?
Yeah.
I always wonder now when people buzz their heads if this is what they were doing, because she said she could have done it with long hair, but instead of taking 20 minutes, it would have taken an hour because she would have had to pull hair out of the way in order to get down there.
Yeah.
I'll just buzz it. I've buzzed my head before. I don't mind it. There she is. It's the growth factor serums that need to be channeled in.
Did she inject you with growth hair serums?
She actually has a vial that looks a lot like the peptide vial with this stuff in it that she'll pull out with a syringe, and she drops it onto my head, and then she drives it in with the device.
God, I'm so curious if that's going to work.
Apparently it's expensive as shit. Like if she were to charge people to do this, it's $600 or something.
Can you inject it anywhere?
I would have to bet no.
She injects it. Where does she inject it into your head?
No, she doesn't inject it. So that device, imagine, I don't know how many little, but if I had to guess that there's like 50 little needles on the top of this thing that looks like a pen, and it's just like a percussion gun.
Oh,
like a Theragun, and it just drills into your head.
Do you bleed at all?
So here's the thing. When she was first getting into her practice, I don't know if that's what you call it, but sure, we'll call it her practice because she's an esthetician, and she needed to practice, and she did this to my face, the microneedling, and there was some blood, but I haven't noticed any on my head. But she did the microneedling to my face and stuff, and chicks love it. And I think I've heard some dudes love it too. She said my scalp gets pink.
Do it on the shaft of your penis.
It'd have to be hard though, I think. But it would make it longer. That's the idea.
Do it on your head. Do it on your helmet. Oh.
Hey dude, you got no I don't think I've been. Are you aware of the times in your life where you've been through the most pain? Physical pain? Like, because I have a couple in my head, and this is up there with them.
That needling, really?
On my face.
No, what's the other one?
On my head, it's not too bad up here.
What was it? What are some other most painful moments you've had?
When I went to get my elbow worked on before. So it was like 2020, whatever year, the last year I did quarterfinals. I was working with a team, and like my elbow wasn't working. I can get to here now, but at this point I was here, and I went to go get some extra range of motion. I went to go see a physical therapist, and just doing some scraping on my elbow, and it was a 9.5 out of 10. It felt like someone took a blowtorch to it. I wanted to die. It was so weird.
When I was a kid, I had swimmer's ear.
Shut up.
Did you ever have that? Have you ever had that?
You motherfucker!
That's nothing. That shit fucking hurt,
dude. I swam growing up, and I had swimmer's ear once a month.
Oh my god, that shit.
I had swimmer's ear every single month my entire life, and that's your worst.
Dude. I'm trying to think.
Hey, you know how people make fun of you for like leaving shopping carts out? This is gonna be the new one. I had
when I was 20, I just thought something. When I was 20, I had an ingrown toenail on my big toe, and I was in class, and it was in a big auditorium in a class like that holds like 500 people. It was at City College, and one of my friends stepped on my toe as he walked by me. Fuck, dude. Fuck, dude. That shit hurts so bad. Gary Peterson stepped on it. I'm trying to think what else.
The next thing you're gonna say, like, I got shot once.
No, like I stubbed my toe. Like I do some old man shit now. You know what I mean? Like bump my knee on the corner of the bed, some shit like that. I fell off
bump my toe on the bed every single day.
I fell off my bike one time. I was going really slow, and I just fell off my bike, and I put my knee down as I fell, and it landed on a pebble, and it punched a hole. It punched a hole in my kneecap, and like you saw the skin, like, but it didn't break the skin. It was so weird. And then for like 5 years, you could see where the hole was in my kneecap because the fucking skin went down into the hole, but eventually healed back up. Like after years and years and years, the hole filled up.
I really thought that you'd have something a little bit more painful than. I mean, I'm sure those were painful to you, but on a scale from like 0 to childbirth, which apparently is the most painful thing, where do you think those land?
Oh God, dude, my wife disappeared.
Like a pebble to the kneecap versus childbirth. I gotta know.
Yeah, no. One time I jumped off the back of a car going 20 in a parking lot. Oh,
what happened then?
Someone slammed the brakes one time when I was on the hood of the car, and I landed on my feet, and it fucked my knee up for about 5 years. That's probably
you should have led with that one because did that hurt? That sounds actually kind of
no,
bad.
it didn't hurt, but it was just my knee was fucked up. It was just weird for years and years and years. Didn't hurt.
Hey, when I was building this garage, the scaffolding that my dad put together fell apart, and I landed. That's why I have this scar on my face because I smacked it on the side of the metal contraption I was standing on.
Yeah. That hurt.
That didn't hurt anywhere near as much as the elbow thing. It's so weird. And the elbow thing's up there with the needling to the face. And I think the needling to the face is bad because it starts not too bad, but when you do it for 30 minutes, it really starts to get to you.
The thing with back pain is for me, I didn't have, I as long as I stayed still, I could get away from the pain. There were certain positions I could get in. I'm talking about just pain you can't get away from. Like swimmers here, you just can't get away from it. You're just in agony.
See, I wonder if that's it. The duration that it got you. Did you? And you don't take shit for it, right? You don't put drops in your ear.
I did. I just had it once. Yeah, I can't remember what my parents did. Listen to this. Will Brandt said her worst pain was when I accidentally smashed my helmet between two 45 plates at the gym when I was putting. Is that true?
Hey, Will's not a liar.
But he could be just being funny.
Alexis is fucking me up.
He's very funny.
He is funny. And I can see that I've done that with like dumbbells. My numbing cream wore off, which is accurate. And she was treating my scars. And then I was and I'm a baby, with my face.
Has chick, I don't even have a penis, and that hurt me. How about when? No, it's true. Damn. How about happened a year ago? Hey, Will, how about when Noah was doing the worm and he went over his helmet?
Didn't that make him? Didn't he have some sort of a torsion down there, and he had to take time off for?
He had a string hanging out of his penis for a while. Remember, like they had to put something in there to keep the fucking.
I dropped a sewer cover on my foot with no shoes on. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Who did that? Where do you see
asymmetric ears? How heavy are those? I bet that hurt really bad.
Oh.
Hey man, I've always thought about on a podcast. I never like tell anybody what to do. But what if you just had it? Hey, what's the most painful thing you can ever remember? And you just kind of lead with that.
You just ask the audience or ask your guest?
The guest.
Yeah, I like it. That's a good question. I'll use that tomorrow. I have Jethro on tomorrow. I'll open with that.
Hey Jethro, what's the most painful? Oh, from New York.
Oh yeah, dude. When I was a kid, I used to eat sunflower seeds with the shells. And
that's how hard I am.
Dude, and those shits I would take, I swear I would after I would take, I probably did it 100 times as a kid. You know what I mean? And those shits I would take was like I was shitting glass, broken glass. My asshole would feel so torn up. I remember I'd look at the poop and it looked perfectly smooth. But when I would shit, it would feel like my fucking butthole was getting ripped to shreds, like with the cheese grater. I don't do that anymore.
Poop looked normal.
Poop looked totally normal. And I never had any blood or anything like on the toilet paper, nothing. But man, that shit hurt.
You ever have black poop?
I've had green poop.
I've had green poop.
Maybe I've had. I can't remember. Maybe I've had black poop like when I was younger and I very first started getting into fasting. Maybe I had a couple black poops.
What do you think the fasting made it black for?
I don't know, but when I first started fasting, like real fasting, like regularly 3 or 4 years ago, every time I would fast for like this first 6 months, the shit the next day, because I always fasted for 24 hours or 32 hours, the shit the next day felt like burning plastic. And I haven't had one. It's funny, I didn't think about this, but now I don't ever have any of those shits like that.
I can't believe you just gave up on it like that, the 24-hour fast.
I didn't give up on it. What are you talking about?
I thought you said you don't do that anymore.
No, I just stopped for like a month. I'm back on it. Or 2
You're
months.
back on it. Did you see the one that's going around right now? The Dana White 72-hour fast?
Yeah, he doesn't eat for a day, and then he has bone broth for 2 days. Yeah, that's awesome.
And I think on that first day, he has electrolytes.
Yeah. That's awesome. I'm so stoked. He looks great, dude.
Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
There's calories in bone broth.
Right.
That's not a fast.
Okay.
I mean, on the spectrum of eating to not eating, it's damn near close to not eating, but it is
Right.
still eating.
So maybe he's not going into autophagy. I don't know. But dude, it's fucking good. It's fucking awesome.
I don't know anything about autophagy. I just know food versus not food.
Right. I would drink black coffee when I was fasting. Now
I'd say that's
I'm
cool.
2 weeks now with just one cup. I think I'm probably like 2 weeks now with just 1 cup of coffee a day. That's the only caffeine I've been taking.
I told you when you started taking on to Explode, man, that it was going to be a whirlwind trying to not take it anymore.
Yeah, it was hard.
I was very open with you about that. You remember that?
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, you can try this, but it's going to be crazy.
If you notice your poop is black or tarry, it might be due to changing your diet or a new medicine you're taking. Sometimes, though, it's a sign of medical problem that you don't want to ignore.
I'm pretty sure that I had an ulcer once, which caused black poop, because I always thought that it was blood that makes your poop black.
Oh.
And I remember I was probably 24. And I remember I woke up in the middle of the night with this searing pain in my stomach. And then the next morning I woke up and it was just this gnarly black. Crazy.
Yeah, I think that's a good guess. The black poop sounds scary. This is nuts. This is bullshit. Have you ever seen a white crow? No. You fucking jerk. Jordan, you've never had a white shit. Send me a photo.
I don't believe this either.
Your girlfriend's adorable, by the way. Ever had white? Apparently the bile from the pancreas makes it brown. I was so sick with the norovirus, I went white once. Are you kidding me? A white deuce?
Hey, have you ever seen Ace Ventura when Nature Calls?
I'm typing that in. White poop.
The white bat shit is called guano. Or maybe that's just bat shit in general, but the great white bat poops white. And it's a delicacy.
Oh. A white stool isn't normal and should be evaluated promptly by a doctor. White or clay-like stool is called by lack of bile. Wow.
He's doubling down. Yep, a white poop.
Yep. Jesus, Jordan.
Vindicate. The reason that NO-Explode doesn't do anything for you is because you drink a lot of caffeine already. And you miss the glory days of the stuff. Which Hunter and I talked about earlier, where the scoop size was massive. It was like
I would not eat for 24 hours and then take a scoop of NO-Explode, and my fucking skin would start tingling.
Yeah, I still get that to this day, the tingles. You liked it, right?
I didn't mind it.
Then when you start working out, they go away.
Go away, yep.
There's people who get that so intensely that their butthole starts to itch.
Wow.
They call beta itchy butthole.
Wow.
Like it's like one of the
Yeah, old dog poop turns white. Wow, great fucking wow.
I've never seen old dog poop. I don't think you have either. Because the dog poops and you catch the poop out of the dog's butthole because you don't want it to hit your yard.
Unfortunately I do. Oh,
did you see that? Did you see that dog that Watkins sent us this morning?
Who?
In the group chat, Watkins sent a picture of that dog.
Oh yeah. That's weird that he broke into that house. I'm the jury's still out on that. I don't know what to. I'm not sure.
I don't think he broke into it.
Yeah, he said he broke into the house.
I do wonder, like, why that dog was just in there.
This house is abandoned, and owners left this young pit bull in there. Sorry, Watkins, for reading your shit.
I kind of do need to know the whole story. I'm curious. But I asked him about the dog.
Dude,
Kinda
I'd be
want-
freaking
kinda
out
want
if I
it.
broke into that house and that dog was there.
I kind of want it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, man. My
Watkins,
pit
do you
bull-
have that dog? I wonder if Tyler has that dog.
Where? Where? Dude, I love my pit bull.
It's a great looking dog. That house does not look abandoned to me.
I wonder, yeah, what does he know? How does he know it was abandoned for a week?
Look, there's a tripod in that picture. A couple tripods. There's a tripod on. Yeah,
Maybe it's an OnlyFans hut.
God, there's urine on the ground or something.
That's probably the dog pissing.
Man, that room is a fucking mess. Stressing me out.
You're scared
Right.
of pit bulls.
Have
And
you
you're
been-
never, huh?
Look at you've been big this whole time. This is cool.
Yeah, it's kind of trippy. It's cool.
No,
I just shrink away. Hey, here's my sauna.
I can't. I can't share that picture with you because. Oh my god.
And there's my dog. She sits right next to it. That's cool, right?
How much was that?
4,000.
You built it yourself?
Yeah. And
You-
actually, I have this fucking thing about me. Like, I'll put something together. The first time I put together an assault bike, I put the arms on backwards. So I had the whole thing put together, and I sit down. And I go, the arms are supposed to be here, but they're out here because I put the right on the left and the left on the right, so it flipped around.
Yeah.
And I put this whole bitch together, and I'm looking at it, and it goes, there's a heater down in the bottom over fucking here. This is where the heater is.
Yeah.
And there's 2 holes right there behind it. And I'm looking at I got to put the heater in, the whole box is together. And I go, all right, the holes are supposed to be behind the heater, but the holes were up here, which means I put on this panel and this panel on the wrong side. So I had to take, and the top goes on latch, which kind of puts the whole thing together.
What did
So I
you
had
say
to
the holes were for? For the wires to come in and out of?
for ventilation with the heater.
You would think that. Oh, okay.
So there's just like airflow behind the heater.
Actual device. Okay.
Right. So I had to take the top off. I had to take all the doors and off.
Would you
And-
recommend that? Should I buy that? I've wanted a sauna so fucking bad.
So that's the 4 to 6 person one. I got it from Costco. It's got free shipping and a lifetime guarantee. I can send it back whenever the fuck I want if I didn't like it, or like if I didn't put it together. But it shows up on a pellet. I put it together in, I don't know, an hour and a half, twice, I suppose. And you just have to have someone who's going to wire the 240 volt electric for it.
Wow. So you just go in there and turn it on and start sweating your balls off.
I've used it every day. And I say, like, if I use it every day for a year, it's like $10 a day to use it, which is way cheaper than the $60 fucking a month membership that I spend exclusively for a sauna.
Do you like where it is in your garage like that?
The other option was to throw it in the basement, but I knew I'd use it more if I had it out here because I can be sitting here, I can go turn it on and then jump in 30 minutes later.
You take your phone in there?
I actually got these towels. See those towels up there on my reverse hyper?
Yeah.
Those somewhere up there. Right there.
Yeah.
And I got those from Costco as well. And I'll put the phone between a couple of towels so it doesn't overheat. So I can sit in there on my phone. Yeah. Just like open the towels, type something out, and put the towels back down. I usually listen to your podcast in that sauna now.
I talked to you on the phone the other day in there.
You did. And they have one that's smaller. But I have people over here, so I have like more than just me.
You go in there naked?
I use the towels.
Oh, just like
Alexis was making fun of me the other day. She goes, "You set it up like a real sauna." I go, "I got the towels, I got the eucalyptus, I got the little fucking spoon to put the water on top of the heater, so it's a steam sauna."
Oh my God! Will you send me a link to that? I so want that. I wonder if my wife will.
So they have one that's a 2 to 3 person or 2.
Can I put it outside?
Actually, where you're at, it wouldn't matter. Actually, you've got a perfect spot. You can put it under that overhang right outside the studio.
That's what I was thinking. Move all that fucking firewood and put it under there.
Here, right. And here, I reached out to a couple sauna companies. I go, "Hey guys, I don't really reach out to anyone ever." And I go, "I'm going to have a sauna in the background of all my videos. I think it'd be a good opportunity for us to work together."
They're stupid. They're
And
fucking stupid.
they're
You
like,
ain't cool with
we'll
that.
give you $1,000 off, and I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Stupid.
I'll go get mine from Costco, where I love everything.
Yeah. Hey, I
Yeah.
got to go to the bathroom. I'm doing the pee dance.
Hey, just give me 2 seconds. I'm showing you the saunas, if that's cool.
Yeah, please.
You wanted to see him, right?
Has chick, I put my phone behind my dick. No, oh no, I put my phone behind a cold drink. Oh.
This is the one. Oh, look at that. 3-person, 3,000. I didn't share my. Sorry, I need to share it for you.
Yeah. Let's see.
There, you got to click on it. This guy. This is the 3-person version. And it's great. There's just no lower bench, which you don't really need that thing.
I would get the 4-person or 6-person anyway. I got kids and all that shit.
You would get the 6-person one. Okay.
Yeah. Let me see the 6-person one. What are the dimensions? As long as it's not wider.
This
Is it
is the one
wider?
that I got.
Yeah, I want it to be narrow.
I mean, that would fit out on your porch.
Go to specifications. Let me see.
58 by 81 by 70. That's the inside. Sorry. It's 5 feet
3
by
inches.
6 feet.
Okay. So 5 feet 3 inches, it would stick out. God, that is dope.
And then they got these barrel ones, but I did a lot of research. When I get stuff like this, I do a lot of research. And I found out that these are actually kind of stupid. And that people who, you said you were with Miko Salo, right? And you went to a sauna of his.
Insane one.
I'm guessing
Insane.
it wasn't a barrel.
Dude, it was a huge glass one. It's probably $100,000 sauna.
Was it a barrel?
No, it was a huge
here-
glass structure. It was fucking nuts.
So here.
And it was fire heating up rocks.
I know you said you wanted to go.
I'm gonna piss my pants. I don't want to go. I'm gonna piss my pants.
The cold plunge people have a sauna that's coming out, and it goes completely against the way that saunas are supposed to work, apparently. And actually, so are barrels. Barrels are cool and people want them, but heat rises, right?
Right.
Which is why I'm like mine, and then the one, there's a bench where you can basically put your head on the fucking ceiling. You're so close to it because it's hotter up there.
Yeah.
And you don't have that luxury in a barrel.
That
You
makes my
definitely-
nostrils burn. That's the part I don't like.
Plunge.
You know that feeling, nostrils burning?
Yeah. But you can also sit lower if you want, but at least you've got the option. And this fucking thing, that's a bit.
Dude, I saw someone selling a fucking cold plunge that was a spa and a cold plunge right next to each other for $15,000.
Oh, geez. That's.
But
I mean,
it's
wait,
one
was that
tub,
Colton's
but there's
people?
2 buckets. You just go
That's-
back and forth between the buckets.
That's the chili goat. That's Colton's people, I think.
That thing's sick looking.
So here, now what I just told you though is that the highest part in this sauna is up in this corner.
Oh, and you can't even go up there.
You can't get up there. But so people like Miko Salo, who actually know how to use saunas, they would never stand for this. They'd laugh at you if they saw that you had this sauna.
Yeah, we sat on the highest bench. His was huge. This sauna would hold 20 people, the one I was in. It was glass, it was outdoor, and it was sitting in a bay in between 2 mansions that the property owner owns. We all were in there naked, me and Nico and Miko and a bunch of other dudes, and then we just walked out into this bay in Finland naked.
And just jumped into the water.
I walked into it, and I was so hot from being in there. I didn't even, and there was ice floating in the water and shit, right? And I was so fucking hot that I didn't even feel how cold the water was. It didn't even matter. I couldn't even feel the water. I was so fucking hot. And then I came out and I laughed like a maniac for 45 minutes.
Kind of like I did when I found out the most painful thing you'd ever done is
I had this
put a little rock on your knee.
I had this euphoric experience. It was crazy. Either that or it was from seeing Miko naked. One of the two.
How does he look naked?
I can't remember, to be honest. Bernie Gannon, Sevi, you need that barrel-shaped one. You could paint the entrance part with the Sevan Podcast logo. Fuck, that's gangster.
And then have everyone be like, didn't you hear what Hiller said? Get the box. And it's cheaper. You have a Costco membership?
No.
Do I got to send you one?
I don't. I went to Costco for the first time in probably like the other day, 5 months ago, for the first time in 20 years. And I was like, man, this place is amazing. Costco is like energy drinks. It's like so addicting.
Yeah, I fucking love it.
All right, I have to go.
And the other day could mean anything to you. Okay, P.
Hey, thank you for coming on the show. Great having you. Appreciate you doing this. Love you.
Yeah, thank you.
Talk to you soon.
Talk to you. Bye.
Everyone, see you guys tomorrow morning. Jethro Cardona will be here at 7:30. The show starts at 7. He'll be here at 7:30. Bye-bye.